Back towards mid. Pepita just TP out here, but he's going to go down again. Dogfight finds the kill, and that's a cancel TP. This is going to be a lot of damage onto this tower.
And he also needs to walk back from the base to lane, so he didn't do anything for a minute and a half. Not gonna get the XP nor any gold. Oof, that's huge.
Super again, and flirting with this Leshrac over here to the side. So yeah, it's not substantial damage. They didn't have the catapult wave with them right there. But as you said, Lycan missing out on a lot. Actually, they're going to smoke him out to try and get there that much quicker.
Speed up. They're going to need to play around the Slark and the Brewmaster. Brewmaster is having a decent time on bottom, 13 denies, 22 CS. They should play around his Blink Dagger timing, and if Slark continues to farm, he's gonna have Shadow Blade probably at the same timing. So that's the timing that they're looking into. Also, they need to get some farm on the Lycan. He can always go back to the jungle and farm up if necessary. That ward that I was talking about got de-warded because it was pretty obvious that Lion's gonna place it there.
But now it's In July who's kind of dominating this lane up here. You have Night Stalker that's trying to set up, but of course, as you mentioned, the Slark having increased night vision makes this that much more difficult, and so they won't be able to make anything happen there. But it's keeping them off of the Lycan mid also. So Pepita having a little bit of a better time, and maybe with this level 6, they could see about going in on the Invoker here who's walking over. They find the stun right at the start. There's going to be the Hex follow-up to chase in. He does actually have Ghost Walk if he wants to use the Deafening Blast instead. Not very long duration. And he dies.
Well, he could have used the Ghost Walk. I'm not sure why. They had the last track with the Dust of Appearance, but I think he was out of the range anyway. And this ward is get rewarded, so a lot of vision denied from Infamous. Like, they're placing these wards on the pretty obvious spots, and they're not smoked while they're placing.
Yeah, it's what they need. Underlord has quietly gotten into the top CS right now, and in spite of that, it's still Infamous who are leading a little bit in terms of net worth. But I think at this point, if you're leading, like, even if it's just like keeping it relatively even, you've got to be so happy if you're IG Vitality. And speaking of which, they are going to try and take down at this Slark. The Maledict work in, Sunstrike got him. Half takes him down, and Excel also Matthew gonna have to back out again.
Most of the Night Stalkers don't get the early point and crippling fear. They just go 2-0-2 and get one on level 5, but he was saving a point. There was an opportunity for a gank on a Slark, barely survived, but the Sunstrike connected.
Well, you had mentioned the Brewmaster, and hitting level 6 now, Faceless Void only level 5, needs to be careful. He has not gotten the type of farm that you would want on this hero, but if they decide to pop an ultimate here, it could be pretty scary stuff, as that Brewmaster very capable of finding kills, and Slark gonna dive in for this, finds Miracle. He's still got 10 stick charges though, but it looks like they're coming for this tower, and Miracle doesn't have TP.
And they need to rotate Lycan if they wanna take this tower. They have no tower damage whatsoever.
And instead, it's the tier 1 tower mid that's taking all damage. They brought down like 4 heroes there. I guess that they're farming out the jungle and they don't feel comfortable being alone in the top lane. But that's a lot of movement there that doesn't end up going to too much use, as IGV again going to pressure out this tower. Faceless Void gets some more farm. And Super's nearby to keep them all fine and dandy.
I love the build on Invoker, I gotta say. Power Threads, which... Midas is cool on Invoker, but I've seen people not building into Midas anymore. It makes a lot of sense because you want to be as active as possible. Power Threads give you better strength or 10 intelligence. You're always kind of short on mana on Invoker. He's going to go maybe for Yule Scepter now. He switched to Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, it is really cool, especially since so much of your time is spent just like walking around in the jungle and right-clicking creeps early on. Some damage done there onto Slark. They do have Maledict available if they want to use it. Bringing over the Invoker. MNZ just going to back out. The Showboard, they catch him right on the side with that Chronosphere, and the catch, the kill, isn't enough. He got his ultimate off, but still going to die.
I'm not sure what Slark is doing there. There's no one from his team there. He's not even top. At least he can farm in the jungle. Like this area. It's a daytime, so it's a daytime, so he can't really be influenced in high scorer games.
They're bringing in Hero, trying to find this kill here. Old Stinger living just barely on the edge as he does end up going down to dogfights. Excuse me. How did he end up going down there? They find the kill nonetheless, and the Sunstrike a little bit late to the party. So they killed off the Brew, and it works out.
This Underlord doesn't die. He has Soul Ring, Magic Sticks, and a Vanguard. Plus he's level 9, so that's a hard kill to get. They have no burst damage. Lion is not level 6.
Slark saw this. I don't know what is happening right now. He's just dead. He literally saw dogfights and then just walked away from them.
I gotta say, feels like Infamous is either tilted or I don't know, they're already set their mindset that they're already out of this tournament. I'm not sure what is happening. They're not playing to win.
Well, actually, I do need to double check because they might have gotten close to being eliminated. If they lose this series, then they for sure are. But I'm not sure if they got eliminated with that last game or not. I knew that if it was a 2-0, then it was for sure, but I wasn't sure if the first game made it sure also. Miracle here, Excel able to find them. They'll be able to do a good bit of damage, and they take down the Faceless Void.
Yeah, I love how level 1 Underlord ulti is. It feels like something big is gonna happen at the right moment, then 5 seconds after, pretty much nothing happens.
Now, rotation coming in yet again. They find themselves the Night Stalker. A lot of damage in from Infamous, and dogfights turning this background. Almost finds that onto Lycan with the Maledict. He might actually pop to that, but he's got a lot of regen, and Old Stinger running away as well. It's still only one dead so far, and the Witch Doctor Ultimate out as well on Excel. Almost did. The Creeper actually going to get the kill there. As Old Stinger backing away. He has his ultimate back up, but everybody else is gone.
Purge Creep from Helm the Dominator per Faceless Void, so he couldn't get in range. Quick time walk to cast the Crow. Slark so far away from that Shadow Blade, he doesn't even get better amulet.
Ow. He is trying to farm desperately. He's actually picking up 2 sentries. Oh no, and they spot him yet again. They got him caught. Trying to dodge away from the Sunstrikes, but the right click's coming in. It might all be too much. MNZ running, but this Night Stalker is on the chase. And is he going to get out of here? You know, Old Stinger takes down Miracle. There's the silence yet again. The long duration, and they just beat him down to death. Bottom lane. Underlord finally looking like he is going to die. A double kill for Old Stinger, but they keep on losing the Slark.
What is Slark sitting at? 1-4-0. The Slark is not gonna recover. You pick Slark so you can snowball, but they're doing a good job just shutting him down with this dual lane Night Stalker and Underlord. Again, dogfights involve a lot of those skills and just putting a lot of pressure on the Slark being where he's needed to be.
Oh, Pepita maybe in some trouble here as well. They're going to have another invoke in a second as they take him down. Deafening blast half makes it happen. And that is the strength of an Invoker. A solo kill on Pepita.
Huge kill though. We still not too much out of this Faceless Void. He's pretty much in the same spot as Slark, a little bit better because his team is doing better at this point.
Dogfights finds Excel again. There's the silence to follow it up. Sunstrike gets the kill. And there, I mean, the score is relatively even, but it does, like you said, it's got an air of Infamous feeling defeated.
Yeah, they should play around the Panda. Brewmaster split is ready in 40 seconds. Shapeshift ready. Book 1 They should try to take a fight with that. They need to give Slark some time. Off the map, needs to hide. Look at him with 2 sentry wards. He's gonna be ward. Oh, the first one is.
Oh, no, we got it. Barely.
It's in. It looked like it's not in range, right?
Oh no, Slark. He realizes they're coming for him. Get away! And the chase, they're not going to get there in time. Oh no, wait, they've still got eyes on him. Happy's found him. And then Z trying to get away. He's got the Shadow Blade. And unfortunately, they're all caught now inside the chronosphere. They're going to pop that shrine, trying to keep their buddies there alive. Miracle jumps away. They can still go for this one. Half relatively exposed at this point. But Deputy Blast still queued up. Witchshot Ultimate comes out as well, but not going to be able to take down that Brew. They get the bash on the Lycan as he tries to run in, but Pita caught, gonna be killed. Can't find anything at all. Half still living. There's a lot of summons nearby him, as well as all these Brewlings. But now they're deciding that they just want to run away. Dogfights jumps back, and he's able to get that urn off on old Stinger. But again, this IG Vitality just feeling dominant in these team fights.
Crimson Guard on Underlord, denying so much damage from the like Pandas as well. They only managed to take down Doctor, which is a hero they can sacrifice.
Yeah. Well, it is. I mean, and to me at least, when I'm looking at these two lineups, I think as this game goes on later and later, Miracle is going to become more of a problem. Invoker is going to become more of a problem. Like, I felt like Infamous need to get stuff, make stuff happen right now.
But how? They have a Brewmaster ulti. They're in really bad position because Vitality has better heroes at this point, and they itemized really well.
Yeah.
Invoker didn't go for Midas, so he can be more active early on, just picking up the solo kills, especially the ones on the Lycan are really worth it. Both cores on side of Infamous got shut down early, so they need more time to recover.
Yeah. Well, again in July, gonna try and spam out this wave here. He is going for the pipe next, the classic Underlord. Just be a big, bulky guy who's hard to deal with. And it looks like Invoker's gonna be going for a BKB next. As Matthew runs into Super. Hey, how you doing? And that should come close to death at least. He's not gonna go for it actually.
Doesn't have enough mana. Chrono is up in 2 seconds. They want to get kill every time the Chrono is up. Ideally, it would be Slark with just a stun strike.
Yeah, and I don't know if he has. I guess with the Mask of Madness, like you're talking about, he probably has enough damage with a stun strike to kill him. Most people, at least. Certainly the Slark. The Slark is like, he's just sitting on very low HP, but he has picked up the Shadow Blade now, and it is only 3,000 gold. It looks like right now Infamous are going to be moving in towards Roshan, seeing if they can make something happen here. This would be a good way for them to try and find a foothold into this game.
Even Panda bought Medallion to excel the Roche Lion Invis.
Oh god, if they can get the Roche into finding a kill on the Invoker, this would be so huge. And with the Invis, they got eyes on him. They can make this happen right here, and it would be a huge move back into this game. They're gonna pop the ultimate right there on top of him at the very start. Finger of Death coming out, and they get the kill.
That's a big kill. Axel got the last hit. Maybe it would be better if someone else got it. He's not even close to his Blink Dagger, and it's gonna be hard for him to actually get any items this game.
Miracle is very low, but able to jump away, and now, unfortunately, this is looking like it could maybe be a Slark going down. No, they can't get him.
I'll think if he used the Chrono during his ulti and Night Stalker's silence, even though it's a daytime, they would have enough damage to kill him with just Void Slow. He can't use the Dark Pact, can't leap.
I think it was because Miracle hit the Mask of Madness point when that happened, so he had to wear it off.
That's true.
But it did look like he was able to get that one for maybe just time walk in place and then drop the Chrono. But they got guys here on towards the mid, or rather the bottom lane for Old Singer, who's going to back out now. And it looks like it's time to push. In spite of the Aegis, they don't care.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Lycan is not the best Aegis carrier. If his ulti wears off, he's probably just gonna die again if you're losing a team fight.
Yeah.
You don't contribute that much. Necrobook is used, all your spells are pretty much on cooldown.
You do still have some team fight abilities here, but this is feeling like a very hard push to stop, as they've got the Crypts in the pipe, and Miracle with that Chronosphere up. Oh, they have two heroes in the area. Oh, he could have jumped right there, but still a chance for it if they want to go. Don't need to. Pepita takes down the top tier 1 tower. Miracle's gonna back. Still with a Dark Rift available, they can come and defend any of these towers afterwards. And they might just decide to do that in a second here, while Miracle is hanging out and looking for a Chronosphere if they want to go on to somebody.
Miracle needs that Shadow Blade. With Shadow Blade he can surprise people, cut the back line. Ideally it would be good to catch a Lion or a Slark before the game starts. Maybe if they can blow up the Panda. Not sure if Faceless Void is alone. I don't think they can blow him up with just the Sunstrike and the bashes because of the missed chance.
Are they just going back in again? Slark? Ooh. I don't know if they spotted him there or not. As he comes out of the Shadow Blade, Dogfights might be able to spot him, although they're just going to head up and maybe find a kill here on the old Stinger. No. He's not going to go for it. Not sure what IG Vitality are looking to do right here. I guess the old Stinger's just going to give them a free kill though. And now, do they want to go high ground here?
They should.
Like an ulti? They've got Miracle. He's just dead. He used the Mask of Madness again and couldn't time walk away, and now they're going to try and Dark Rift out of there. Super also dropping so quickly. He is gone.
Miracle's getting caught out of position many times. He still didn't farm that Shadow Blade. The last time I checked, he was like 200 gold away and he was on a mid lane. Not sure where his gold went.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, very strange. And in spite of what feels like a commanding performance so far, Infamous have been pulling their way slowly and steadily back into this game. Since that Roche, it feels like that kind of just took all the wings out of the sails of IGV, and now they've still got eyes here on the half. The Shadow Blade there, but the Witch Doctor doesn't look like they're comfortable going for anymore.
He might go in once again. Arcane Rune is up, might use the Shadow Blade. Has Echo Saber as well, so that's gonna deal a lot of damage. I wonder what the next item for the Slark is gonna be. Like, has no HP. If he gets caught in a Chronosphere and Invoker just pulls off the combo, he's gonna die.
Yeah. So Slark right now, as mentioned, that Echo, and still not finding great pick-off opportunities yet, but if IG Vitality kind of spread out around the map, there's a chance they could get somebody. Matthew shows up mid. Infamous has been playing very well, sort of keeping themselves alive, but now with the Aegis down, it does sort of bring into question, are IG Vitality going to try and make a move of their own?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They just need to use the Chronosphere. I did not see Chrono for the past 10 minutes, maybe even more.
Yeah.
So Shadow Blade is completed. That's gonna help. Necrobook is popped. They don't have the Aegis anymore, but Lycan finished the pipe, which is mitigate a lot of magical damage from Underlord and Invoker.
Now, as you mentioned, it's time to go for IGV, as they are smoked up through mid. Have to use the Sunstrike. They are gonna run in towards the Roche area and not towards top, where they're showing right now with the Slark and old Stinger, but I have a feeling that they should realize that this was there. Jump forward, it's a capable pickoff if they want to go on Stinger, and it looks like they're just gonna use it right now on the Brew. Chase him down and kill him off.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's a good pickoff. That's probably gonna secure them. Tier 2 tower on the top lane. Sorry, half.
Z. He's trying to get in there, and they're bringing in more, but the Dark Earth got cancelled. Lycan killed the creeper going on.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Meanwhile,
under
Lion on the bottom lane just continues to farm. He has a blink dagger, but he's been on the side lanes just pushing out. Good ways to shout the waves with Slark, Lycan, also Lion pushes. Panda is always on the side pushing, but he died 3 times in a row.
They're going. There's great BKB reaction there from the Invoker, and they're gonna punch it hardcore. Although, is he gonna get out of here? Also, they're trying to chase this. There's a definitely class to disarm. Now everybody's just trying to get out. Run away. That would have been big if they could have found the Invoker, but I don't know if he just didn't hex or what happened there.
Maybe he was just too slow. Quick fingers on Invoker.
I mean, hex is instant cast time,
yes,
right?
Yeah, but if you see someone blinking in, maybe he was a little bit out of the range.
Okay.
I was watching the other side of the map.
Yeah. You did mention that Lion had been out there the whole time too, so it makes sense that he'd be ready for that.
Well, he's been preparing for it, but maybe over-prepared. When you're singing a song, there's a huge show in your school or whatever, and then you just over-prepared, and then you're just muted. You're stunned. You can't say a word. Huh?
Does this happen to you?
No.
It feels like personal experience.
No. I've seen people do that. That's bad.
Were you ever
I was never in a show or a play or whatever.
I was in one. I was in Greece.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
What did you do? Did you mean watch? You sang?
It's just greasy. Let's see. You got half over here as well. Acel jumped into the trees. He's going to go down. They are chasing this guy. They got a lot of physical damage on the Mr. Invoker. He misses on the ice wall. They got him underneath the trees, and with already coming out, it looks like this is going to be a dead Invoker. Wait, dead Invoker? Okay, yeah, he's gone. But they did lose the Slark in the meantime, as well as the Lion over here, which we saw.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Miracle's gonna... Sorry, but when I see Miracle, whenever I see Invoker, Invoker's gonna need one more defensive item. Either Yule Scepter has Shiva's queued up, so the armor against all these summons, just to keep him alive.
It does definitely feel like, again, if IGV take the fight that they want, they've got such better team fight, but Infamous has been playing around that so well recently. Very impressed with their play, and Acel's farming and catch-up on this Lion has been exactly what they've needed, because now you've got a situation where he has a blink initiation, and, well, down there on the low ground, farming away is Miracle, but they also have the Night Stalker. Jump forward, Hex is there immediately. They have to follow up stun on the Pit of Malice from below, keeping dogfights alive, and they're able to get away again.
Night Stalker's King of the Hill, also in July, just keeping him pretty much full HP with Crimson and Pipe.
Is under attack.
As soon as that Sunstrike comes in, they realize they can't go for Roche.
IG needs to use the Chronosphere, not just for the pickoff, because there's their team fight tool. Last time they used it was just to get a kill on a Lion, get a kill on the Slark. You're gonna go for the kills, but you're gonna need to take some objectives after that.
The Lycan Wolves are going to be sitting in Roche Pit, and we do see Anzi again farming down bottom. He has the full Silver Edge completed right now. So Slark has been slowly and steadily catching back up and accelerating in farm. We're going to see now IG Vitality take down Roshan. Can Infamous get there quickly enough? Do they know that this is happening? They did have a wolf in there. Well, it does get taken down now, but the jump forward as they're trying to find old Stingers. BKB is out of pop. They're dealing some damage. The Crimson Guard's out of pop, but there's going to be the Chronosphere. It's only on the run. And actually, they caught the Invoker in the Chronosphere as well. Coming out too late, and Slark looking like he's going to be able to escape because of it. But Pizza, he's going ham now, trying to take down Miracle, and that rolling blow, excuse me, the Meteor coming down. It's not doing enough damage here on the dogfights. He's running away. They're trying to take down Matthew, and they will get that kill. And now, with the Invoker isolated, the Tornado comes out. Is it enough damage? Can they bring him down? Slark is coming back in for a second round. He finds a double kill. Now they're trying to Dark Rift away. Miracle, seeing if he can escape. Does he get out of there in time? He does.
I did not see where Underlord is this whole team fight. The fight started well, but they did not blow up Slark. Instead, they decided to go for a Lion. Invoker caught in the Chronosphere. That's not what you want to have. You want to have Invoker outside of the Chrono so he can cast the combo. There's no follow-up spells.
Yeah, that was really ill-timed between everything. Like, you know, you can blame who you want, but at the end of the day, it just can't happen like that. And now, we've got the Slark, level 20, chasing after dogfights. Don't think he's going to be able to catch him there, but he does have that 3-second pounce leash now as well for that Talon. And Aegis in hand, getting towards that Scotty. Things are looking up for Infamous here.
Yeah, AC completed on this Lycan. He's extremely far. He's top of the network, has a cheese as well with the pipe, which mitigates the ton of the damage in the team fights. And maybe we can blame it a little bit on Invoker, his positioning, because he does not have a mobility item, no Blink Dagger. Like, he does not have extra movement speed from the Yule Scepter. With the Yule, he can solo pick off anyone. He doesn't even need to get a Chrono.
Well, it is a tough time right now for IG Vitality, and I'm starting to question my own thoughts that they're just going to be able to come with this. Now, itself just walking aggressively towards these heroes. There is the Slark in the area as well. They have a Sentry Ward down, so they spot him out. If they get vision, which I think they might have had for a second, and maybe could have tried to chrono him, but Miracle not willing to go for that, or they didn't see him, one or the other.
They just need to go for the objectives right now on side of Infamous. Panda with the Blink Dagger and BKB, he goes in, wants to tank the Chrono, maybe faces away falls for that. They don't have enough damage even if he Chrono's there. Good itemization coming out from Brewmaster. A lot of armor, medallion, lads.
Yeah. So if they do Chrono, what's like the ideal target for them to find?
They need to catch 2 people in the Chrono. Ideally it would be a Lion plus a Slark. Just kill him once before he can cast any spells, and then control the Slark. Slark has no BKB. There's something. Okay, it's just running to him because he had Scotty queued up.
Yeah, switch.
I remember Scotty. Yeah, I remember in the yesterday's game against the Secret, he decided to go for Scotty instead, and then I mean, the game was pretty over, but still with BKB, maybe they could have lasted a little bit longer.
Again, down bottom here, trying to set up for a kill. If you can find one person that comes back to push out this lane, it's pretty easy to get a kill with the Sunstrike, but the problem is that Infamous have just not been falling for that bait. They are eventually going to need to come back and deal with this lane, I think. But with, you know, Faceless Void staying off the map, yeah, they ping it out right away. They say Faceless Void is missing. They know that he's going to be down here. So, heads up play right here by Infamous, realizing what could be going on, and Miracle could go. We'll see if they end up baiting it out, or no, they're just going to push the lane and then go as a team, hold hands.
It's also really hard to play against the Slark. Team is even buying Sentry Wards and just giving it to him. He just awarded two wards. There's no vision on the map besides that one ward on the bottom lane.
Yeah. This is so scary playing like this, and of course now you sort of bring into the question for Infamous, how did they decide to try and take towers? Because it's all good and well to find the kills and be winning these fights, but they do eventually need to start taking some substantial objectives. Also, Underlord Hex. Remember the other day when we had that Lycan go for it? This is the other, another hero that can definitely pick it up.
Slark can get out of the Hex. That's the best item it can get. Any big talents coming out It's been 35 minutes so far. Brewmaster level 20. Let's see what he picks it up. Health primal split units. Let's go.
We also did get the Lion picking up the 120 GPM talent, so he's going to keep accelerating into these items. Already has the 4-staff completed. I believe that's being brought out to him in a second.
Yeah, we didn't mention that Lion picked up the damage talent as well. So he's been on the side lanes, always just farming. That's 200 damage Lion.
It's a guy. Get some Mask of Madness in here. Let's see it.
Smoke coming up from IGV. See what they can do with it.
Like they need to get something here, but Matthew calls it again. Get back. They might have an idea that this is going on, and they're going up to their high ground. This is the place you want to be if you think that there's a smoke coming in. And Stinger, he breaks the smoke right from the get-go. They manage to find the Hex there, the 4-staff away. They get the Chronosphere. It's only onto one, though. Is this really going to do all that much? Lion jumps forward, able to find the Hex. Stinger's still in to do this. He still has his ultimate. He can turn now. They need a Dark Rift out. That was not the way they wanted that to go.
Yeah, I've said that Infamous might bait Chrono with the Panda if he uses the BKB, and that's exactly what happened. The Faceless Void should not fall for that bait. Like, Panda is not the hero that you want to catch. Lycan with the Nullifier. Oh my god.
Yeah, it starts to really get into a tough position for IG Vitality when this stuff happens. And I kind of want to see what Lycan's next, or what Lion's next item is going to be too, because maybe he goes for that Aghanim Scepter later. Man can dream.
He bought a gem for Panda.
Yeah.
No vision whatsoever. Besides, again, that one ward on the bottom. Hard to play the vision game against the Slark and Necrobook.
Well, good thing he gave that gem to the Panda, but look at this now. Pepita's gonna run in, and everybody needs to evacuate, although Dogfight's the one who is gonna be left behind, tries to hide in the trees, but he comes down to earth in rather startling fashion.
And they're just split them.
This game feels very difficult to come back in right now for IG Vitality. 18,000 net worth lead, and a further lead in experience as well.
Even Panda is going for a Hex. Butterfly almost completed on Slark. A lot of big items on side of Infamous at this point. Nothing too big coming from for IGV. Faceless Void really far away from MKB. He wants to counter the evasion coming up from Panda, and he sees that the Slark is going for that Butterfly, so he needs to react to that one.
Right. Well, again, IGV would love to get a little bit of a buffer in the series to make sure that they don't end up bottom of the group. And now Infamous looking to play for their tournament lives right now. They've got to come away with a win here. And they're on the verge of making it happen if they can close out this game. Do have Lycan, Pepita, he has not quite level 25, so the 600 health isn't quite there. It's a ridiculous amount of health.
Yeah, and it doubles during the night.
So that means that it's going to go up to what? 700 bonus health, and then you get 1,400 for all of your heroes during nighttime. That's insane. Jeez.
Like, I dare you to use Ulti Night Stalker.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, you just, as soon as he sees the chrono, just pop it right then. You just can't kill anybody. Or, you know, the other thing he could do is he could get +3 wolves.
Wow.
He's found Matthew. And chasing forward for this one. Lions in the area as well. The rest of the heroes trying to congregate into this area. They managed to find the Hex there onto Invoker, keeping my slave, but another Hex to turn it back around. Lion going to be the one that goes down here most likely. He buys back immediately. The Dark Rift, they're trying to take these heroes down, but it's not quick enough.
I love what the I2B is doing. Even in the previous fight, when they use the chrono, this time they don't even use the chrono. They just go back with the Underlord ulti. Lion bought back, BKBs are down for Infamous, and now they can take a fight again if they want to. Roche up. This is the third Roche. This is a big deal with the Refresher Shard.
It's one of those moments that can be game defining, and give that over to an Invoker, can suddenly get a combo out that can take away all your fears from the previous team fights they had. It looks like Infamous now trying to take Roshan. With Chronosphere still up, we might see some contention for this. The question is, do they know that it's going on? Yeah, they scan it, so they realize where they're at right now. It's going to be one. It drops too quickly, though, and they can't get there in time.
Love the bonus HP from the Lycan Howl. It's daytime.
Yeah. This is going to be silly. That is for sure. Well, 40 minutes in, 22,000 net worth lead. After what was looking very solid for IGV, Infamous able to pull it back together with a snuck Roshan, and then just controlling the game from that point forward. But it's a Refresher Shard on the Slark.
Yeah, he even put the Echo Saber in the backpack just so he can use 2 ultis and 2 BKBs.
Yeah. Their time to shine now. Dodges away from the tornado, starts to hit there. Meanwhile, they're splitting on the other side of the map. Stinger going in for this one as well. He does have his ultimate. Thinking about popping it there, hasn't gone for it as of yet, and he does finally go for it. Then Z hitting away. The glyph is down. He's still holding on to that refresher. There's the lift up onto Underlord, so no more stuff coming out for him. Slark, Shadow Blades, runs that, can burn through the Aegis if you want. Just wait for him to regen up again. These Earth Pandas are very tanky and hard to kill off. And as they jump out of there, Slark goes, there's the Hex onto one, he's still hanging on to the Aegis. A good Impale comes out as well. Miracle, need to be careful with this. He can't just chrono it. As soon as he comes out on the other side, and they might decide to do that. He drops it now as well. Able to get it with the Cataclysm. Is it going to be enough damage? He's almost dead. They're going to take him down almost. Yes, he does go down. MNZ dies.
Ooh, Slark
dead for 90
Slark
seconds.
could use the Refresher Shard, BKB run out, and they would still have another BKB and another ulti.
Yeah. Wow, 42 minutes in, they only lost the tier 3 tower. Oh, excuse me, they lost the bottom tier 3 and the range racks as well. And now they've found themselves the Lycan, who pops the BKB, just gonna run away. Did another couple hits.
Did a good job just splitting the map. Panda goes in, control the team fight with his Brewlings. Meanwhile, there's a Lycan on the bottom, Slark on the mid, hitting the tower.
So, did a really good job there, just juking away from the initiation that came in. And, well, that team fight did go well for IGV. It shows just the strength of this lineup with a Faceless Void and an Invoker. It's just too much damage.
A Faceless Void doesn't deal that much damage at this point. He's just a Chronosphere. No items. He lacks 2 items at this point. This is your safe lane Faceless Void.
Yeah. Gonna be going back for an MKB next. Half in Super. Trying to look for an opening here if anybody decides to walk up high ground. But Infamous again playing it safe. I've been very impressed with Infamous this game. You know, for a team that hasn't won a game so far at this major, they're getting not terrible.
Yeah, they're doing all right. The decision making in this game is really not that bad. Just splitting, especially the line being on the side lane while Slark and Lycan recovers in the jungle. Every single time the lanes are pushed. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon.
But I mean, if you die that one time and you bring all of these heroes and also force the BKB out from the Invoker, like getting those charges down, it's 5 seconds. It's, you know, putting it on cooldown for a little while. It's good stuff. Slark, you know, I'm going to be going for a Refresher Shard of Zone. He hasn't taken his level 25 talent yet. Is there the one that you kind of prefer on Slark?
Yeah, shift duration is much always picked, but if he wants to go for Shadow Dance duration, maybe, and has a Refresher Shard and the Refresher Orb, maybe he's gonna go for the other one.
Matthew 4 staffs away. but this is looking like it's going to be a rather tough one for him to get out from it. They will kill him. They leave the gem down there, though. So that gem, we'll see if it gets recovered at all this game.
They already have one gem, so they're like, ah, fuck it, I'm not gonna even bother picking it up.
Still a 25 yet for Slark. They are moving in now with half. They can't get him. So if he does end up taking that extra duration, that would put it up to 5 seconds total. Chronosphere lasts for 5 seconds as well. So that's kind of nifty, like, if he manages to get it off just the right time. But honestly, a lot of the damage that's coming in still is stuff that you don't need to right-click them with, like the damage is Invoker, Maledict, that type of stuff.
Still didn't pick anything up. What is he going for?
Maybe he doesn't want the talent.
So Lincoln Sphere is his choice.
Oh, and towards mid, they found themselves the Lycan. A hell of a lot of damage. BKB comes out, perhaps a bit too late there, and all of the bonus health in the world keep him alive.
But the Lincoln's Otherworld is not going to be able to just hex him before the fight starts.
And it looks like they're going to try and cut the creep wave here. Sell the one who's doing it, and if somebody comes back to fight this, then Slark is going to be there to get the kill. Does get that Arcane Rune now as well as they're walking forward for this. Matthew trying to clear through the creeps to the best of their abilities. The pipe is still keeping them survivable though, and the tier 3 now down. Looking over to the side, Slark can go for something here if he wants to for the combo. They got him caught. There's going to be another combo that comes out, and Slark is just dead. No buyback. 98 seconds on the sidelines. Matthew trying to run away. The coconut are going to bounce back the other direction. But this is feeling really tough. They have buyback on Lycan if they need to use it. They don't have it. They're hanging on to it.
Like that's your most damage in the team fights. I'm not sure if IG knows about it. Probably not. Not sure how much gold he has, but they're just waiting. If he buys back, they're gonna go back. But the thing is, he does not have it.
And hitting the tier 3 tower now with no buyback on the Slark. They might need to take this fight without him, which means they need to wait for the Lycan to get up. And we'll see if IGD decide to push for the tier 4 towers or not, since there is still a tier 2 top. The saving grace right now for Infamous is that they can't go for the top tier 3. SL? JC? I don't know if they really want to take the fight right now. They're taking down the line. He's dead now too, no buyback. They're running at these guys, trying to find the kill, but they're just going to Dark Rift away. Can they get out there in time? They do.
Yeah, these Dark Rifts were really on point this game. Every single time they throw the BKBs, he just Dark Rifts back, and that's it. Yeah. They don't want to fight. Panda uses ulti, nothing you can do about it. He's gonna just Uber you back to the safety.
And the Faces of Blade actually gonna go for an Ags on that hero. So the more and more often Chronospheres, and they've caught again, the Panda team is going to drop. So 90 seconds away for him. He does have buyback. Sending these Necro books forward to try and pull the creep right past.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So another Chrono is ready.
Yeah.
When you have Aghanim Scepter, it's always good to cast the Chrono for the pickup. For Roche spawned, and with the Aghanim Scepter and the gem, they're gonna get rid of all the vision and probably just go for it.
So this at one point was a 24,000 net worth lead into the favor of Infamous, and now it's down to just 7. And they are 2 lanes of racks down against this team that is now moving in to take down Roshan. And whether they decide to go for double Chronosphere or double Invoker combo, whatever it happens to be,
yeah,
things are looking good for IGD.
Double Chrono, that sounds good. He just drops Mask of Madness. Let me see where it is. So, okay, Invoker has it. Refresher.
See some combos?
Refresher Orb on Underlord. We're gonna see some combos.
It's the Venn diagrams that we're going to be seeing here. Now, they take down the shrines now, and if you're Infamous, need to try and pick people off, but IGD have realized it's just 5-man together and make this happen. Not to mention, the Ags on dogfights always taking away the vision. Slark trying to farm up whatever he can. Again, he does have the refresher shard, but no buyback. We just haven't seen an initiation from Infamous almost at all. He did smoke up there, it looks like, on their high grounds. But a hard fight to take when IGD can always just dark rift away.
Yeah, we talked so much about the Howl, but nothing is happening. But they have, look at their HP right now. Like Lion, 3,000 HP almost. Panda, same amount. Lycan.
Oh, they jump forward. They find one. Need to be careful about the Chronosphere that could come out, though. They just blow up the Witch Doctor. Now trying to run away is going to be Miracle. Slowed down a heck of a lot. They're still chasing here. He's invis, and they are going to decide to Dark Rift. And see you later.
Imagine if he Dark Rifts right now back, refreshes, goes back, and then...
the next level plays.
Okay, Panda is level 25. I saw him going for Octarine Core. So the cooldown is 35 seconds, duration 20 minutes, 15 seconds downtime.
Very easy for him to go for that, and he has that extra HP on those split units as well. Now, Papita is in the middle of the creep wave here. They could chase him out, realizing that the Ghost Walk is coming. There's going to be the Tornado to open it all up. He does have Shapeshift in 12 seconds, 4-step away. Singer muted, needs to get his ultimate up, but he's also silenced. Basically doomed at this point. He needs to get out of there, but it's not going to happen. Meanwhile, Finger of Death on the backlines. They find one. Can they blow these heroes up, though? Inside the Chronosphere, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, as Slark able to get off the second round of it now. Still trying to hit away at these heroes, and doesn't have his Echo Saber in there. He's disarmed for absolutely ever. Not able to do almost any damage, but they take down Miracle. Now going for the Dark Rift, trying to escape from this as well. They jump forward, and they can't quite get it, but they will be able to chase down the Spaceless Void, I think, with the Shadow Blade walk away.
They have,
like he might be able to.
They have no vision. Lion has a gem, but he's far away and has no HP.
Yeah. And with this, the tower about to fall, it looks like. They try to hex the catapults to stop them from taking down that tier 3 tower. This game is hard. Less than 1,000 gold lead off of what was about 20k, 25k.
Huge. Oh man, that's a huge comeback from IGV.
Yeah.
Faceless Void now deals a ton of damage, and he can do it every minute.
Yep.
He's like, look at the levels. Underlord level 24, Witch Doctor level 20. Night Stalkers is the same level as your Faceless Void.
Yeah. He's found again. The Cataclysm Sunstreak comes down there on top of him, and he is dead yet again. Stinger pops the BKB, still hanging on to his sheep, but yeah, this game is feeling rather rough. It's into the favor now of IGV after about 25 to 30 minutes of it being all Infamous.
Yeah, Lycan is like a T8. It falls off after a certain amount of time.
He buys back now. They're trying to take this guy down. The Chronosphere is already down as well, though. Can't bring down anybody. Lycan's still very survivable about this. Cataclysm hits, but it's not going to be enough damage, and they are going to be able to get that Lycan killed. It's a dieback for him. Still trying to do this and do whatever they possibly can, but everybody's slowed down. Person ice wall. So hard to deal with. Excel also being isolated here. They're trying to take down one. Slark the Dark back off. But again, the Coconut's just being so annoying. They do break the Invoker, but they don't have the vision. They're not on top of them. They're not going to be able to find that killing out the BKB. They find themselves another. That's a buyback on 4 separate heroes now as they're trying to take down and kill off this Brewmaster in their ulti, but he couldn't get it off. And it looks like they're going to go for this.
GG is called. Yeah, well, I said like a fall off. Same goes for, even though that he has the split, these units don't deal damage because of the itemization, and an Underlord with the Crimson Guard, and in the later stages of the game just mitigates way too much physical damage.
Chase down the Zombie Knight. He has a Yules, he has a heal, he has a blink. Looks like he might be able to get out of here. Hasn't used anything, getting stunned. And they will bring him down.
Glimpse out of the outside the fight as well. And
what's he doing here?
And that was a buyback Kunkka, so that's a 3-for-1. Still have the Aegis. Oh, no, they don't. They actually flipped. That's what he was doing there. Because Mushi, I saw narrowly escape the fight, and then I guess he got cleaned up by Fly with the Aegis.
You know, it's going to be a full Hurricane Pike almost up on Luna. This is the thing, right? We talked about not having a real quote-unquote carry on your team, and you know Luna, who's finally is getting some farm. And
I love the Hurricane Pike. The only way he really has problems in fights is getting blink clapped and then getting linked as well, and Force Staff solves all of that. And it's not like a terrible item on the hero in general, so he doesn't mind building it himself. And once he has that, I mean, his farm, this is why I like the lineup that I saw the Luna pick, and I'm like, please do not pick other heroes to die, because you have to have the Luna just sit, take the safest farm on the map, and just hit creeps. And he's actually been participating in a lot of fights, which is good to see. Like, he's finding a good balance between that. But he's, you know, has 6 deaths, but meanwhile he's still top of the net worth.
By a lot. Yeah. Not even just a little. He's 3,000 up right now.
Now, none of the heroes on the side of OG are what you would call a flash farmer. Omni's going for a BKB of his own, which is really nice, so he doesn't have to spend Repel to protect himself. Makes Luna's late game even scarier. When you have a solo core, Omni Knight makes that a lot. I mean, I say solo core, but the Timber Saw is a core as well, and he'll have a BKB. So it's interesting that they've chose to build a BKB on the Omni and the Timber, and then not on the Luna, and that just shows that they can repel him.
Boom. Seb, he's going to take a ton of damage right there, going to try to juke and jive. Blink Dagger already used, so he just runs away. Middle lane, nothing crazy, just 4 heroes here. Might want to take that tier 1 finally.
Curious to see what Nog goes. He actually has 3,000 gold saved up. Has a mech dude, but has not chosen to buy it yet. He has the gold, so clearly that is not a very certain decision he wants to make.
He was thinking about going Lotus Orb for the longest time, and yeah, he switched it up. Do you think, is it okay to go Radiance here, or do you just want more utility?
I personally don't like it, but I don't hate it, but I also just don't think he's going to farm with it. It would only be for like the team fights, and then, because if I say when he doesn't farm with it, you have so much wave clear. You have Luna, you have Timber, even a hero like Omni wants to sit on lanes and heal bomb it. So I don't think they have the space on the map to actually farm that many heroes. Fly, walking in, space creation, bounty hunter style.
Yeah, they're more than likely to die. They get to tier 1 though, and
I like that they're not committing. Even though OG was showing himself in the mid lane, they're just like, this guy's gonna die, let him just slowly die to our spells, rather than having any chance of a turn coming from OG. And I like the fact that Mushi's just going pure damage. He actually X's himself again on No Tail, misses. They have the sleep. Oh, Omniac blinking in.
Yeah, are they gonna go for it? Uh-oh, Jerix will left go. There's actually be a glimpse over. He's gonna send him away from the fight. Jerix will finally go down over there though. Jabs. Looks like wants to sleep. Will. There's a BKB by No Tail and Sep, so he's just gonna die anyways through this. Oh, get tealed up. Gets rooted as well, and oh my goodness, he's still alive. Finally goes down. Nice and nice. Missing a few of his abilities on the backline, but repelled up Luke. What are you gonna do against that? Aura? Slowing him down as Fortress really clean. That's one way. Stockham's out, finally goes down. Archangel's out. And that just turned the fight on him. They are gonna lose everyone here. But Fly has Finger. Thinking about using it, does. Kills Moon. Now, Fly getting chased down by this Timber Saw. Can he juke?
As Yules.
And just gonna set up the easy kill here. And that is a 5-for-3 fight. Even a little sloppy at the beginning. Naga, though, gets to sleep and just gets run down by 2 BKB
I mean, they used
heroes.
the BKBs, on, but they used it to kill Naga. That's like, who cares?
You're okay with that, yeah?
Yeah, after they came out of it, they still had the repel from Mushi, and you didn't see it, I don't think, but the Razor static link Mushi, and he just immediately 4-steps. And suddenly Razor's not a hero if he doesn't have any static link damage. A hero that is completely what he bases his damage off of.
Who does he static link now? Like, it feels rough. Like, you can't do it on Mushi, he gets away. Ice can get away.
They have 2 Blinks and 2 Yules on the other 2 heroes.
It just feels like you can't even get a static link, so you're not a hero anymore. And look at this. These towers, these racks, they're more than we're probably going to go for, and they can clean up so easily with Luna. And there you see the power of actually having a true carry hero. But they are going to initiate on the backside. They don't kill the melee racks either, actually. Shiva does get flown out. Seth throws him into the air, get a link him. And continues to keep him linked up. This might actually be a kill on him. Fly will voodoo him, and they get it. And that actually was very strange by Mineski. Oh, look at this. The Meteor Hammer to finish up melee racks. Gets it. I was about to say, like, that was really aggressive for not getting that, but they're going to lose Naga. Completely okay. Don't let it regen back up.
Absolutely worth 100%. And Disruptor, by the way, is building an Axe, which he is 1,800 gold off of, and that is scary.
You catch the brew now. Once again, just can't use the BKB.
And you can do that with Naga sleep as well.
And that's going to be a kill.
You actually had to pop BKB in order to make sure you got that kill.
Jarek's just going to take him back. So what do you do now? Do you just
continue feeding on this?
I was gonna say on OG, yeah. I mean, the problem is they don't take towers very quick. Look at tier 1 towers, top lane.
There are 4 heroes dead, and I don't think they're gonna get any objectives off of it. Maybe a tier 2 mid, and
wait, why was S4 ulted? Just because he was arcade route?
They killed the
Okay, my bad. They kill him now. They push him middle. Looks like they are going to get an objective now, though. A tier 2. If they can, we are going to see jabs going in as well as Mushi, so maybe they don't get this. Bean comes out so he can't blink away. Just be a right click by Mushi, ton of damage.
They're taking the top tier 1 with the Ag's Razor on the tail.
Took a little bit. Look at this Fly actually getting locked down here by the Prowlers. And he goes for the Eye of the Storm strike interval. Good with that. Ags up on the IO plus Razor.
Looks like he might be building an Ags of his own, which is kind of odd. But like we said, it is constantly updating, so he does have to be tethered permanently while ulting in order to get the upgrade.
Who else does the IO really want to tether?
Yeah, he's going Scotty. Okay, that's a little bit different. I think it's okay to do it before brew ulting. He'll get the Ags if possible. Even Lion Finger's not bad, but for the most part, I think Razor's your best option, and this is.
The Disruptor on the back line. Oh, they're just going for Jarek's first. They're going to stun him up. Can they bring him down before he gets anything off? They sure do. But Seth, he's stealing so much damage. It's a Lotus Orb. Yep. And there's Guardian Angel now, so he doesn't steal much. They do have the Brewmaster. Will they just kill off the Fire Spirit? They're trying to run him down. It's a 2-for-1 payout buyback coming in from Jarek's Mushi. So low, he might just go down on the back lines. He does Seb. Right clicks him, and even with that stolen damage, he still steals 40 extra.
That is true. Yeah, you get the 7 per second, but.
Looks like he's going to go down here as well. Ice moving in though. Will they get Sep somehow? He's taking so much damage. The minus armor will go away. The ulti drops from Seb, and now everyone's so low. Neither one wants to commit on each other. Ice. He's going for it. Doesn't get it, and now he might get chased down here with Jarek helping out. This way that timber chain just getting run in. Seb is going to get the kill. Wow.
Despite the fact that he has his Omni-Knight, Mushi needs a BKB. And that showed there. You just spent the entire fight running away. Doesn't matter how much damage you deal, you don't actually hit anybody. And you see he instantly queues up the BKB. Please report for stream sniping. But,
oh, look at this. Razor. He's not going the Ags, by the way. He has a point. Yeah. He's going the Hive Scotty.
Yeah, it's really good against the repel of Omni-Knight. And even heroes just like Luna that don't have any natural mobility.
Back does come from Ice, who's eating up for. Looks like he wants to accept Moon once again gets linked up there, and tons of damage coming out for Seth, but he doesn't want to commit too much. He's just gonna TP in front of him.
Oh, the Naga got canceled by the stomp.
What play there by Jarek's. Stop that Centaur stun now. Chasing for more.
And Ned does go through
S4. He has Blink in 3. Will he get hit?
Oh my god, the miss. Yeah, that's a guaranteed miss. Not that amazing. But actually are going to fight him. He has to BKB TP.
Oh my goodness, he almost got out of there. Yep, and he will.
Oh, Ned!
I don't think it's in time. Nope.
Butts clenched, but he's up.
Yeah, still that Centaur stomp from Jarek, saving instead of just TPing in front of him right there. Damn.
But this Luna has BKB. I feel like they can't fight OG. I think that's the only reason they were able to win that last one. And they're actually going to have an Aegis on top of it. There's no IO for 37 seconds. No BKB on the Brewmaster, which is quite relevant. And he's about to hit level 25 on Luna for the 25% left steal I assume he'll take. Actually, because he's getting the Aegis, he's not going BKB. I still don't know if I love this, but...
Still, you can definitely... If you die once, you can definitely die twice.
If you are isolated, you will die twice.
Well, she will just... Primus Blade comes out, they're trying to damage Ice Ice. They know he just popped back. If they can kill him, that would be huge. Here comes the boat. Will give him some of that mitigation. They also hit it up on Jabs, who does die. Another stun coming up for the Jarek's creep. Ice Ice Ice. Oh, the throw before he gets the pill. Instantly bring him back down. He's dead. That's the dieback. Oh, gee. They're in a good spot right now.
I really hope Mushi buys a BKB.
He needs it, for sure.
He does so much damage, and it's just not enough for him to get repelled. I think even if you have repel, you can just hold your BKB longer and then have a BKB after the repel.
So if you're OG here, it doesn't look like they're forcing anything. Don't you want to? You know Ice 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 doesn't have a buyback.
Yeah, but they still have Aegis on the Luna, who's quite scary at this point in the game. And with the Omni Knight to back him up, I think those are the two relevant heroes when you want to go high ground, because you can't ignore the Luna while he's hitting you. So I think you want to, but I don't necessarily know if you can. I think they're more than content to just get the lanes out while this is happening, so that when Mineski respawns, the lanes at their base.
Looks like they're doing something here because he stops pushing top to run middle.
Yeah, so they took care of the lanes. Now they're done with that. All the lanes are pushed in favor for OG, and they have Brew Split in 20 seconds. They have the AC complete with the Wolf Aura, so even though they don't traditionally hit very hard with right click, they do have a ton of auras to buff them up.
You see, no tell thinks they do have a ward, and they do. A little bit more to the left. You can counter that if you want.
And I has the attack tethered turrets as well.
There you go. Oh, on the next side, Torrent won't hit because Repel is on him. Moshi. He does get it. Uh-oh. Now he's going to get a head down. As far as they go in, they're going to get the stun off Disruptor. Does kind of miss the ult, but Jabs will be there to save him. Oh my goodness, Luna will get out. Does have the Aegis, but your Naga sleeps down now. OG's probably super.
They have the Axe tethered on Razor, so they will kill this tower. And there, I guess they're just going to back. Kind of surprised. I guess they used everything.
It's Panda. Oh, so quick on the blink.
That's quick cast for you.
The bottom, they just TB out. No tails. It's Big O Farm. So it's 38 minutes into this game, but man, we have a lot of almost 25 heroes. Now Luna, the first one.
He has committed to the MKB on Luna, by the way. He's purchased the first two components. Guess he's going to replace the Mask of Madness for now until Aegis is up. Daedalus on the Kunko, which we've seen plenty of times. Just kill a support in one hit, even just take half the health of a core. DD top. These runes can be white game deciding. He actually drops the Mask of Madness entirely on the Luna.
Alright. Do you think he's going to go for a BKB? Do you think he's going to skip BKB unless he goes super late game?
I mean, it's super value to like, save it until now because it's 10 seconds is late on in the game, but you need one 100% eventually. Unless you're an NA pub carry player, you definitely need a BKB eventually.
Are you saying you never buy a BKB?
A pub player. I am a
what are you?
Debatably semi-professional kind of player.
Oh, okay. Debatable.
Please.
Of course. But yeah. No, I'm just kidding. But double damage up on Mushi. Look at that damage. Through backdoor protection. Creeps are going to be coming in about 5 seconds. Repel. Well, that's one way to deal with the boat like you talked about. But now you don't have repel, so you can't even push with your creeps. And they'll just back out. They're going to try it out of it. Obviously, that top one.
This Omni Knight level 25 is going to be a big deal. The 3 seconds extra on the repel duration will majorly helpful to help Mushi to siege base and just man up in these fights. Please build a BKB after this. I am done. They do smoke right underneath a ward, so they do see that on the side of OG, but 2 of their heroes are bottom. Obviously with Wisp, that doesn't necessarily mean they are permanently bottom. And Mushi's going to go walk high ground with the Lotus Orb.
Horn will come out and hit him. As well, those stuns, they get the link up. He will get away, but get a still decent amount. 61 damage.
They just ult on S4 because he already BKB'd, trying to disengage.
Let's see, can they find anyone to throw up? They're looking for Moon. They couldn't, but now Naga Sleep.
Axe Disruptor.
Who do you look for here? They get it up, but do they get it in time? No, Jarek's just going to come in. They fly in. It's getting disrupted on the backside. Might be the first one to die. It's getting chased around by Brew. PKB's popped by everyone. Ninja Boogie goes down there trying to get this Omni Knight, who's linked up. He's doing so much damage, but it doesn't matter. Jabs goes down. Seb is doing so much. Ice goes down. Jabs has the buyback. Luna is owning 25% lifesteal, but the Voodoo comes out. And now Seb just has to get out of there. No HP. Can they kill him or do they just get out?
Omni has no repel for a little bit here, but I think they're just too scared of the eventual repel. They don't have enough lockdown to keep this Luna from eventually right-clicking. So they are just going to let that go. Maybe chase on the tail end, but Lion is quite far away. They do have the Yules on right though.
He's out. Oh, Mushi. Uh-oh. They Yules each other into the air. Slows the Lotus Storm. Can't link quite yet. S4, he's just going to go down, it looks like, right here. In comes Jazz. Cancels the Meteor. S4 still alive. Now goes down. Seb finally gets the link up. They find the Luna. Do they have a stun? They sure do. What a play there. OG just, they take their time. They're going to keep chasing Jabs. Get the Scotty slow, and he's going down. Wow.
I don't understand why he doesn't have a BKB. That is my assessment of what is occurring in these fights. Omni Knight, you actually see it impacting his play in these team fights where he is forced to be as close to Luna at all times, and he's actually getting caught a lot, and he's actually providing a ton of damage to the Razor. You said, who does he static link? He doesn't really have the option to get the Luna, so he just takes 200 damage from the Omni. It's not like it affects the Omni, but it gives him 200 damage. And the IO is going to get a BKB of his own. Super farm, gets all the bounty runes. No joke at this stage in the game. They're going to take a shrine of their own after taking the tier 3 mid. And suddenly this game's looking... This is exactly what OG needs. They have the map control in the late game with the heroes they have of the IO as well as the Kunkka Lion. Quite scary. You said Lion with a blink is no joke. He actually has 3,600 gold.
What do you go for now? Do you just get something like a Lotus Orb, or do you go for
I wouldn't even mind something like an Eon Disc, I'll be honest with you. Just like... Even a... I just don't want him to die. I feel like if he's alive... we're good. Anything that helps him live. Yule Scepter, BKB. I don't think you want to go Axe. I don't think you go for these luxury items. It would be stylish, though. We always like style.
So how do you actually end this game as OG, though? You just win another team fight like that?
I mean, you have Axe Razor in terms of when he's tethered, so you do have damage. And the auras from Brewmaster do provide them with the ability to hit the towers. I think they kind of just have to dive with the Brew, while the rest of the team does what they're doing top. Like, meaning they're going to go to high ground, the Brew's going to create space for them. They're probably going to wait for Roche, such that the Razor can freely hit the high ground without worried about getting bursted. But I feel like any team that gets to jump here is at the advantage, because they have the Axe Scepter Disruptor. Last fight, I think, only went well for them because the Razor barely got out of the ulti, and he was able to pop his BKB and turn the fight. But once Luna has BKB, which he's going Rapier. Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
If it's not a BKB, I'm fine with the Rapier, but...
You have to win a fight. You just lose the game, right? If Luna dies now, if she gets that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they're kind of at the stage where even if he doesn't have a Rapier, if they lose one more fight, they lose. I kind of think that's kind of both ways. But OG, if they have buybacks, which if I push the proper hockey... I am pushing... I give up.
Looking for buyback here?
Yeah, apparently I is bound to something else. But it looks like all of OG, except for the Razor, has buyback. So, not necessarily both directions here. I mean, I guess almost every hero in the game has buyback, but I feel like the game is slowly, surely slipping away from Mineski. They are smoked up, looking to make something happen. And Roche is not quite alive.
Ooh, double damage again.
My gosh, these runes.
Oh, look at middle lane. They know S4's farming.
Are they going to debate that? They're debating it.
And they do. Pull them in. Here they go. Get the ulti up. S4 should go down here. Glimmer Cape. Then nice save from Jarek. So Tor comes up. We're going to see a split out. Do we have a sleep? Not yet. Oh my god. No tail chunks Muji down with that cleave.
He still has the DD rune, goes in on the Brewmaster, gets the ult off again outside of the fight.
But he does throw it in, so he can at least stun Naga's Siren, but they're going to try to get out on the backside. They're going to run forward now. Mushi just right-clicking now. Boat's going to come in and mitigate all that damage. Jabs goes down. That's their Jeb. Ice is dead instantly. Moon is just being run down by Sever. Now he's doing so much work. Fly does have the end, like you said. Now Mushi, he's just dead. Has a buyback.
Pretty sure I'm getting stream sniped right now.
You might, or you're just smart.
I'm probably getting stream sniped.
But wow. And they're just running.
Yep.
Nope. Buyback.
Oh, there you
See
go.
Ya.
I like that. They're like, we're going with him. And then they're just immediately buy back in. They're out. Very good discipline. When I say out, I mean no longer hitting tier 4s.
There's the glyph. Last chance they have to really defend. If Mushi goes down here, it definitely could be a kill. Torrent was there, but he was repelled. Look at that cleave. It's Mushi for about 800. They're going to back out. Are you surprised by this? They're not going for more?
I mean, they're at the stage where they're going to force a Roche fight. Maneski's going to have to contest. They don't have buybacks. Maneski's most likely going to lose the Roche fight, and then the game's over. They would much rather fight here, or where they're smoking to, than inside of Maneski's base. That's pretty much what I think.
BKB on Jarrett's. Pretty luxury.
I can tell you right now, if you gave me a 20-to-1 bet that I would buy a BKB before Luna, I would have taken that in a heartbeat and lost.
Let's see. Oh, possible smoke up as well for Maneski. Now they're just going to run out. Now there's the smoke.
That IO attack to their target is crazy. He actually hits for 200.
Yeah.
Oh, good look on that one.
Damage. Oh, No Tail could be in a little trouble. He just BKBs. Oh my goodness. No Tail one shot to Ninja. Almost kills Moon. He gets X. He's going to pop his BKB. Can they strike him? Then he's going to use into there. Should be able to blink out after that. He does go to the other side. They're going to try to find him. Jarex is here though, with the Razor, who is slept up though. It's funny watching Jarex, the only one who's not. And he can't untether. Oh, he does. He's going to go right now. Seth just running it. If you get Mushi here, the game's probably just over. They're looking for it. They throw the Timber into the air. Lotus Sword will help him out. Do get the Disruptor ulti. But now Mushi hits his ulti. He's doing a ton of damage. Can they bring him down? Seth is still there, right clicking. He goes down. No Tail though. Does end up killing Moon on the backside. A buyback coming. Mushi goes down, and that's 121 seconds. Oh, the Torrent hits Ninja Boogie. This is looking to be game right now. Seth has the ulti, and obviously Aghanim's with the IO. But now Ice, he's clearing the creep wave. Will he be able to kill them all? Not yet. Do they have anything? Nope. He was uphill, unfortunately. Boat won't be able to hit, but now they just run into base.
Yeah, I don't see what stops them from winning this game. They have the Razor Ag's ulti when he... Okay, he's just going to go ahead and use it. I mean, he also has the 100 attack speed. The IO attacks whenever he attacks. These buildings are going to die.
And it's just, there's nothing they can do. They don't have the glyph up as well. Gonna try to bait the Naga, and you see S4, he has the 25, the cooldown. You can just throw it out, and the game is just over. Wow.
Quite surprised it went to the OG. This is just the type of game where they scale better simply because of the map control that their heroes offer. The Naga and the Disruptor supports, yeah, they scale, but it's only for team fights, while in the meantime, OG has so many ways to...
Radiant team B's turn to pick.
And there he is. VGJ Storm picks up Dragon Knight.
So, I mean, let's
go
look
next.
Look at some of these stats. The other hero I didn't even bring up, Clockwork, has a pretty good win rate too. He's the 4th most picked hero, 13 games, 61.5. You know, that's a decent win rate. They've got 3 heroes with some of the best win rates at this tournament here. I don't know about Coddle. Coddle's pretty low down there. I think in terms of games played, but I think win rate might be not too bad. One game, 1 win, 100% win rate. Boom. They've got the win rate team here on their hero picks.
Thank you, Nahaz. So, Lifestealer. I think that's a great pickup. Good against the Gyro, good against the Dragon Knight. They have nothing to control with.
Yeah, I guess the Clockwork hookshot, but not really too reliable. Not something you're going to be often throwing at Lifestealer.
New B's turn to pick.
So, a Baron.
Radiant team pick.
If Clockwork is going to be playing in the 4 or 5 position with the Cuddle, and they get the Ember Spirit, so a Baron could have been here to get rid of the Searing Chains in this game.
Yeah, open wound, silences.
Yeah, a lot of things to purge off. Definitely would have been a useful pick, although it may have been hard to fit with their lanes.
So I think they need a hero that offers them way more control, because Clockwork and Keeper of the Light are kind of both greedy and don't provide anything, especially against the mobile heroes like a Puck and Ember Spirit.
You may now.
So yeah, that's no control. Never mind.
Have a completely different idea, and it's more about survivability. The Gyrocopter not having to rush a BKB as much, or at least one of their cores don't have to rush the BKB, gives them some pretty strong lanes, and see how Newbie deal with him as far as the lane stage goes.
I was thinking about Omni Knight, but for me it felt like a bad idea, since a Baron is banned out. I'm thinking that they're gonna have a hard time controlling the Ember Spirit and the Puck, plus nothing against the Lifestealer as well.
They're pretty much relying on just DK for his stun in a game like this, feels like. But see if that's enough. It's one of those things where if they win the laning stage and snowball from there, you're going to feel like you have enough disable, because your DK is going to have a Shadow Blade or a Blink Dagger. SCC is also just not going to be all that scary on the Ember Spirit, so definitely still doable, but I feel like a lot does depend on this laning stage.
Yeah, so the Vision game is alright for both of the teams. Clockwork with the Rockets counting out if Keeper of the Light gets Aghanim Scepter. Position 5, Keeper of the Light. Maybe they switch things around after Clock gets a couple of the items. Like if he gets, let's say, a Blade Mail or whatever, then they just give time for Keeper to farm Aghanims.
Yeah, because this is normally a hero in the support role you expect to see some amount of farm on. He just does not work as well without the farm. It looks like his job is going to be perhaps down in this bottom lane. Puck with Orb of Venom is going to be showing himself here. He's going to show bottom, but it looks like Moogie's already planning on going bottom, so it's a bit of a bait and switch coming out from Newbie, perhaps. Puck is going to go running in, shows himself bottom, sees the DK, and will he head top now, or what is the plan? We'll have to wait and see.
So the plan is to put Gyro on the mid, have the matchup against the Ember Spirit, but they're already swapping, because I think this ward maybe scouted the Gyro.
Is KP going to go mid, or what are we looking at here? Moogie is headed up top. He wants to be up against the Omni Knight, I guess, or I say that everyone's headed up top, KP included. Seems like they're not entirely sure what they want to do. They did see Dragon at bottom, and I think we're going to assume these lanes are DK at bottom.
Yeah, they want to have, I guess, Lifestealer. From Newbie's point of view, they want to have Lifestealer against the Dragon Knight, and they want to have Ember Spirit.
Sneaking gets the rune in a 1v2. What a play! They're gonna get 4 bounty runes. Well,
wow,
100% win rate when you get 4 bounty runes. 100% win rate when you pick Cuddle. You know,
you have DK as well, more than 90%. Did you say?
Yep. Oh, he's spot on 90, but you know that feels like a good enough win rate in a game like this. Everything else is going for them. So how's this shaping up here? They're gonna get Puck the lane up top. Already a swap as you are. They really want this Dragon Knight versus Puck, just a hero that doesn't really get pressured or bullied too much, so they're gonna completely swap up the lanes with Snake walking down bottom. And now Newbie are kind of stuck with these lanes, because if they TP to swap them, then VGJ Storm can do the same thing themselves.
Yeah, so the rule is never TP to swap first, always walk.
Yes. And you want to walk like as soon as possible. At this point you can't really walk across the entire map, otherwise you're missing several creep waves.
Dragon Knight, even with 1 point in Dragon Blood, just to out-region all the damage with with Tango, 16 seconds.
Yeah, he is healing up fast. KP gets hit by that Illuminate. damage here, but he wants to take damage because he's got Tangos, triple mango, he's got all the regen in the world. If he's trading regen with the Puck and with the Naga Siren, that is a good result for him in this lane.
Yeah, once Dragon Knight hits level 2 and gets the Soul Ring, you can't really harass him anymore.
Yeah.
Couple of clarities running on Keeper of the Light. He needs those early on. Oh, they're gonna go for Dragon Knight. He's still level 1. Orb ready in a couple of seconds.
They might have enough damage with this one. They can orb on forward, and it looks like they will get the first blood. No John even needed. Nice play by Kaka. He's going to salve back up as well, so... Regenerate up top waiting. Resolution going to grab that one. Not the biggest deal. He filled up about half his mana pool. SCC will be mildly irritated by that. But, you know, DK really needs, like you say, the Soul Ring and a few points in the Dragon Blood before it becomes unkillable.
He also needs to put Stout Shield in his inventory.
Yeah, that's always a good call. I agree on that one.
KP bought the Robe of the Magi in the side shop just for the extra damage output.
That is actually really nice. Like, sometimes you see these side lane pucks get the phase boots, but the problem is you can't bring out those blades of attack without using the courier, so KP just utilizing the side shot very well.
Oh, missed, but they might still go for it.
They should have it. They'll ensnare, and they know he can't TP out. They're going to kill him way too fast, and really nicely played.
This top lane seems pretty lost for BGJ Storm already.
The beauty is that KP being able to dodge enough of the Illuminates that he's not taking too much damage. He's kind of low now and out of regen, but if he'd taken damage from Illuminates, he couldn't actually go for those kills as much.
Oh, he's gonna go for Bottle.
That is a good call. He doesn't even have to leave the lane now. Gets all 3 bottle charges, so he's gonna be back to full. Banking on hopefully getting like maybe the 4-minute rune or at least the 5-minute bounty runes. He's gonna intercept this pull as well from the side. I say that, no, he didn't quite get it off. They're going for the kill instead. He's come back. I don't think they were expecting KP to come back fully healed up already. As Faith rotates in as well to get that kill. This top lane, like you say, completely destroyed. 0-3 is the kill score. 2 of those deaths on the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, what Puck can do with the bottle, he can use the orb, TP back. Does he have enough time? I think he does. Refill the bottle and jaunt back.
I do not know that. I'm not a Puck player. You tell me.
It's been a really long time since I played Puck.
Alright, well, we'll see if that's something that he looks to do here. Clockwork's come in top now, perhaps looking to salvage this lost lane. I think snaking the 1v1 down bottom against Lactil, who's free farming. Mugi having 23 last hits, 20 CS on snaking, so both cores down in the bottom lane having a good time.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the mid lane. Pretty even. Gyro. Yep.
Oh, Gyro winning, actually.
Yeah, Gyro has 10 more denies.
And 10 more CS as well. So, looking good for the Gyro. Pretty hard lane for Emperor because you are a melee hero against a Gyrocopter, which is where Gyro mid feels especially strong. You can threaten to kill using the Rocket Barrage. And he's got an Invis rune. He may catch SCCC by surprise. Yeah.
What is he sitting at? Level 3 Magic Absorb?
KP wants this rune. He's going to get it to refill his bottle. Unfortunately, Kaka may go down, but he gets back to his tower. And KP now, with the bottle charges, can look to turn and fight. He doesn't have an ult for a few seconds. It's more than Waning Rift where he's strong because that's 2 points in the Waning Rift. Looking to perhaps cut off the VGJ side here. The orb going to go flying through. Doesn't actually hear anyone, although SVG does manage to clip the sound. Keep it alive. Yeah.
He's gonna die.
No phase shift for a couple of seconds. One more right click. KP, he's bottling, but it's not enough. He does die under his tower. VGJ Storm punish his mistakes there.
Yeah, huge mistake. He played way too cocky there, just using the orb to get back to the lane. Meanwhile, while 2 of his supports were using the shrine to regen up and come back to the lane. We got the last hit. Keeper of the Light.
Top lane. KP's back there. Right back onto the Dragon Knight. He's holding onto the orb to chase a little bit better. Doesn't really have an out. And he'll be brought down. Kaka getting the last hit there. This Dragon Knight is not having fun in this Dota 2 game.
Dota 2 is fun, they said. I'm not sure about this triple mango build. No stat items. He can't even use the TP properly. Once the Naga Siren uses his net to initiate. If you have a TP, you can just TP back from the lane to a shrine or go back to the base.
Yeah, we've seen a few times where, yeah, he could have just TP'd out, or at least forced the Naga to hold onto the net. As we'll see again, he TP'd back to the instantly netted, and Faith is here as well. 2 points in the Dual Breath as well as Liquid Fire. Not sure if you will stay alive here. KP not going to commit the ult for it aggressively. We saw what happened last time when he went for that. Said it's going to be Faith caught in the cogs. He's going to go down. He's the first to die here. MSS being very effective on the clockwork with the rotations here. It's the second time he's turned around and got his team a kill in this top lane. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Mugi, he gets a solo kill with the Infest. Something I feel like they started getting a lot better at not dying to these Infest surprises, but every now and then it just happens.
Every time someone gets solo killed, I get surprised. Like, Dota came to the point where pretty much everyone is equally skilled in terms of like solo mechanic skills, and you expect not that to happen.
Top lane, MSS gets himself another kill, but he may pay for this one with his life. Does not have a TP out. He's going to spend his money. Still dies to Faith on the Jakiro. Yeah. I definitely agree, or like bare minimum, it's like if you're getting outskilled and losing like the CS battle, you know not to die. Like that's the one thing. Like, okay, I'm losing this lane because this guy's better than me, but I'm going to make the right decision so that I don't give him any kills.
Yeah, or he has a way better matchup. He had help from his teammates at the start, whatever, but you should not solo die.
Oh, he's not dying solo. He's dying to the three heroes once again in this top lane. KP not getting the kill on that one. It's Kaka getting his hands on another kill. 3-1-3 for the Naga Siren. Kaka's swooping into the enemy jungle here. Oh, bottom lane, they found the revenge onto MSS. This time around, MSS is again putting his name on a kill for his team. 2-1-2. His clockwork has been involved in every single kill this game.
Now, you'd expect clockwork not to be effective.
Yeah, Rezo's team big too. There's just fights all over the map. You look one way, there's a kill. You look another way, there's a kill happening there as well. Rezo TP'd in, and he's not going to get anything for it. Dropped the cooldown, but Kaka used the ensnare to help him get out of there, but instead it's MSS. He's the one who seems to be rotating and finding the pickoffs. He'll get the kill, almost completing his urn now. The Naga Siren needs just another 150 gold. Couldn't quite buy it up, but didn't lose any money there. Spent all his gold before it goes down.
I like the puck. 3 points in Vanning Rift just to control this triple lane that they were facing. Yep. Coil is ready, has a TP as well, so they should be careful about diving the other lanes because there's always a threat of a puck just TPing using the coil.
Puck is pretty low, and I don't really see KP able to do a whole lot up here. May actually look to get back to base somehow. Intercepted here. Has got an orb though, so I believe that should be enough. Yeah, MSS is not even going to go for the kill. Perhaps even revealing there was a ward there by his play.
He brought a flask for himself.
Okay. He wants to stick around this lane. Level 7 now, so 2 in orb, 3 in the Waning Rift. Pressing forward. Snaking, not able to get heal bomb off as he gets silenced right away, and KP just going to press forward.
Rune
stands
spawning. Let's see who's going to pick it up.
Yep. 10-minute runes. It looks like both bottom runes should go Newbie's way, while the top runes should both go Vici Gaming's way. Storm set up to take both of those with a regen rune of beating Resolution in the top river. So pretty mirrored plays here. Newbie actually getting a tower out of this, so they managed to pressure this tier 1 tower, while Vici Gaming, they rotate up top, but they're not really pressuring towers at this current time until DK hits up mid. He's level 6 now. Very late level 6 for a Dragon Knight, but at least he is finally there.
Yeah, they don't have anything to stop DP, to stop the push. Yes, Jakiro just got level 6, or he actually was saving a point.
Yeah, he's higher
at the ulti, just the D push.
Then the D Dragon Knight, SCCC looking for MSS here. He used the chains though, and there's nothing to cancel the TP after the chains was used. MSS unable to do much more than that, as he is looking for his level 6 on the clockwork. He's got the Tomb of Knowledge, and he is going to be looking for a gank on the map with that first hookshot of the game. KP can't really rotate. He's kind of forced to just stick around at top and defend this tower. If he leaves this lane, Omni Knight will take the tier 1.
I think it's fine for them if he just farms the Blink Dagger. they're gonna use the Life Stealer as a vehicle, so if he gets it early on, it's gonna be better. Also, Life Stealer is going for the other build, not that popular these days, the classic, what it was before, Armlet.
Sometimes you see the Armlet into Radiance, but Moogie was their hookshot there, he couldn't line it up.
Yeah, but I don't think Radiance is a good choice, even though both of these core heroes kind of rely on the right clicks, Dragonite and Gyro, but Gyro also has a magical damage, plus both of them naturally build into BKB, and there's still an Omni Knight with the Repel this game, so it might not be the best choice.
Feels like MSS has spent a lot of time hunting for, what's a sleep used, I believe, yeah, I heard the end of it. Not sure if that was used defensively or offensively. But MSS is still looking for that first hookshot. He spent a lot of time passing through enemy wards, which scouted out the fact he was level 5 with the tome, so Ubi know that he's hunting right now, and he's popped that tome now, and we'll see where he looks to go. Mid lane, without the sleep, there isn't really a good defensive option, and he's going to get the hook onto both. Perfectly played from MSS. No escape for Newbie. They're going to lose both Faith and Kaka. Well played, Mojo.
Oh, what a quick shot. The Gyro didn't even bother to use the ulti.
He knew, but here comes SCC with an invest bomb. He didn't get the rage up though, he got stunned by the Dragonite before this one. A bit of a mistake from Nuvi not popping it sooner, and SCC, he's in trouble. He takes a lot of damage because of this. He ends up dying, and I think in large part due to Moogie's mistake there as he goes chasing for more, but the heal from the Omni Knight is going to keep him alive. Unfortunately, that means the Dragonite no longer has the heal. Another stun coming out. This one catches the puck. Yua's out of the coil thanks to the repel, and the chase is on. There's the Macropire with an ensnare, snaking locked in place here, but the cogs are going to help him back off, and BGJ Storm only lose Gyrocopter there.
Not the best play.
Mistake from Moogie.
Yeah, also mistake from AP, I would say. They still have a tier 1 tower on the mid. He can just TP with a puck and could get a way better coil or just illusory orb into Banning Rift to secure the kills.
Yep. Well, Resolution going to find perhaps another. He walks into Fade with MSS, and that's earn charges. Those kills are pretty nifty when you're playing that 4th position and looking to gather up earn charges for yourself.
And both of the supports have no escape mechanism if caught in the cogs.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We'll see if that allows MSS to just keep going around hunting, finding pickoffs. Your Warriors ready to start pressuring this top T1 tower, and Storm have pulled ahead by a couple thousand gold here. Their lineup has just been a bit faster paced right now. In the mid game, they've used these smokes with the Gyrocopter having a fast phase. Drums, Yua has the just treads. He had a rough start, but he's suddenly back in a decent place where he can have an impact on this game and move around with his team.
Yeah, Dragonite is a hero that can come back, and he doesn't need a ton of items to be useful. He just needs one mobility item, either a Blink Dagger or a Shadow Blade to cut in the backlines, kill the target that you want. Also, you have a heal bomb, a lot of vision provided from the Clockwork Rockets.
Yep. See, he continues to look to fight. His ultimate is back up on the Dragonite. Meanwhile, mid lane snaking. Okay, they're going to use the sleep with the coil. They're going to try step into an ice path. They actually break the coil here. Snaking. He's on the run, caught in this ice path as well. We'll have to see if they can actually... The orb goes backwards. I don't know if KP actually intended that one. What? I
don't think they have enough damage.
Yeah.
Hold on, Omni Knight, Strength Threads, Soul Ring, everything gives you stats, plus drums. Almost 2000 HP with the hood.
Yeah, that was very peculiar from Noob. I don't think you go for that kill, but nonetheless, it's an attempted kill will put Song on cooldown, and we saw last time when Song goes on cooldown, MSS, he found that 2-man hookshot. We could very likely see VGJ just go aggressive off of this. He may be ready for another Infest gank though with the armlet up. He could theoretically pair up with the Ember Spirit once again.
Yeah, you pick Naga Siren and the Jakiro, but you don't use the combo. You didn't use it once this game, and every single sleep was used just to save herself.
We'll see where things go from here. It's going to get even harder because one of the tools to control the Omni Knight, the Puck Silence, is going to be negated once the Omni has this Yule Scepter, which he's about halfway to completion of, so not too far away from it. Newbie say, let's do something about it. They're smoking up. They are going to bypass the Omni Knight. They don't want to mess around with this guy. They've seen how hard he is to kill, and it's like they may be eyeing off bigger prey. Perhaps the same prey they've hunted several times. It was Dragon Knight. It's going to be the first hero they come into contact with, it looks like.
So it's a full Shadow Blade coming to him. Does they have any kind of reveal? Yes, Jakiro has a sentry ward.
Yep. They're going to need to plant that one too, but the Ice Path there, they lock him in place and they bring him down. MSS TP'd in to try and counterplay this one.
Hook shot on cooldown.
Resolution chat chasing him to the left. Meanwhile, it's Kaka over to the right, trying to chase down KP as well as Kaka. Rezo should be able to finish off the Jakiro, does do so. Meanwhile, on the eastern front, it's Kaka in full retreat. He's trying to TP on out. The Cogs push is there, and MSS will make sure that he does not let Kaka get away. Resolution there to help finish off another kill, as they may lose the Dragon Knight, but they get 2 supports in return. Not too bad for VGJ Storm in the end.
I mean, it's still going to be a decent timing on Keeper of the Light's Aghanims. I think Clockwork bought a couple of wards as well. He can afford it. The wards are not so expensive, 75 gold.
Yep. And we've seen a lot of times where it's Keeper of the Light going to these lanes to push them out, so they're giving decent farm priority to SVG. And it feels like it is working out pretty nicely for them. If they can get a fast Axe, their lineup is going to be able to high ground very early on. The sustain with Omni Knight Keeper and carries like Dragon Knight and Gyro is going to be incredibly hard to deal with.
They don't have the answer for this Omni Knight.
Yeah, this Omni pick has been fantastic. Against the likes of like Puck, Lifesteal, or Ember, the burst damage just isn't there. You really need like one hero with significant burst damage if you want to try and kill an Omni, and that is something they're really lacking. Or if you want to kill an Omni Knight teammate. Oh, Fate caught up by MSS. MSS on the Clockwork once again. 12 kills, and he's been in every single one of them. He's going to get involved in the 13th as well, as they lose Kaka. Another time we see both supports going down. Can KP get in? He's been hit by the urn though, so we can't actually blink right now. And dodge the homing missile.
So yeah, I said that to the top. They're gonna have a hard time controlling Puck and Ember, but they're not even trying to do so because they know that they can't kill them. So they're just focusing both of the supports who can't get out of the cogs. Every time the hook shot is used, they just kill one of the supports. Both supports on side of Newbie have 10 deaths.
Yeah. I was just looking at those numbers. 5 apiece. Snaking, repel, TP. What are you gonna do about this, guys? Managed to get out of there before the silence could hit him. Even if it does, he's still got that Yule Scepter, and he could potentially even GA and TP out. Not much they can do to stop him there. This Omni is a massive problem.
It feels like he played a different game and came into this one just like, yeah, I'm from a future, you just can't kill me.
He knows exactly what Newbie can and can't do, and he's playing around the fact. He's abusing it. MSS down bottom, and they at least kill the clock. Okay, they needed that coil. Looks like that TP was just about to go off. Things still looking pretty grim for Newbie, even with that kill.
Ember Spirit is not that active. Like, he's involved in only 2 kills. He just keeps farming the jungle.
And you see his net worth. Farming the jungle does not get you farm. He's only 7k net worth. Be much better off getting involved in these fights, it feels like.
Yeah, I gotta read those patch notes.
It's the patch where you run at enemy heroes and use your spells and try and kill them. That's how you farm in this patch. Definitely.
It feels like there's more than 1 kill per minute. It's pretty insane. Maybe that's what we wanted throughout all these years. No turtling in base, just straight action all the time.
Yeah. Over time, people got good at Dota and realized, oh, this fighting actually isn't very good. It's better to hit creeps. Let's hit creeps and stack and play passive and turtle and high ground. No. Ice Frog is not about that. He's put down a hammer and said, thou shalt go kill enemy heroes.
Yeah, you should know how to play Dota, not how to kill creeps, right?
Yep. This is not an RPG, he says, as perhaps Newbie need to get with the times as they find themselves down 10k gold. VGJ have just taken full advantage of the map. And with that said, it is VGJ who are looking to out-farm their opponents. Ember's been caught. It's Yuar with the Dragon Tail. He can't kill. No, Ember Naga's been caught. Ember managed to fire him out of there. Instead, Naga gets caught on the retreat. Faith is just solo split pushing the bottom lane, knowing that there's not a whole lot more he can do. He's going to look to TP, but MSS says no.
I was thinking about that Omni Knight pick, and I realized that it's bad. Boy, I was wrong. Like, this hero is unkillable at this point. They're not even trying to kill him. Oh, they're gonna blow up Dragonite. Maybe Repel comes out.
With the Guardian Angel, I don't think they can kill anyone. Sneaky showing that his hero is the biggest bad boy in Dota. You cannot mess with this guy. You cannot mess with his friends either. If you do that, they will come and get you. And Moogie's finding that one out the hard way as he goes down now as well. The sleep is too late to save his life. Absolutely brutal stuff. MSS will be a bit sad. There's finally been a kill that he was not involved in. He's 4-2 and 12. He was on a perfect run, but his streak has ended. Still 16 out of 17. Not too bad, I would say. And all VG Gaming are really waiting for is like daytime now to go and push it, feels like, because that's when the Coddle Lags gives them full control of this game.
Yeah, it's gonna be up in a minute and a half. These gyro items just keep stacking. Aghanims, BKB in the base just needs to pick it up. Level 17. I really don't see new coming back into this game. Like, they have no comeback heroes, no items coming out, and no response to these
Invis MSS has managed to get away from a smoke gank. They pick up another sentry, but it is to no avail. That is hard to see if you're a newbie fan. And finally looked like they were going for some kind of a play to turn this one around, and it was not to be.
It's one of those plans where you say, we need to do something, we're losing, but no one has an idea what should happen. You're just think of the best possible scenario. You're gonna catch two of them and maybe road to. I think that's.
And it's like, oh, like whoever wants to do something, come and smoke. If you're on a farm, go farm. You want to gank, we're ready. Who's aboard? And the 3 heroes go, 2 heroes are farming. It's not gonna work.
You have Dota. What is the Dota percentage?
What do you feel like it might be?
85, but it's should be way higher.
It just jumped from 91 to 93%.
All right.
I saw it jump up, and I think they're about to get another tier 1 tower. We could see it go even further up. They keep getting gone. He does not have the Guardian Angel. Does have a Yule Center as well as a pipe to defensively try and help himself out here. Can they bring him down here? Another purification. He's going to heal himself, and he's kept alive, but now they lose Shakiro and Rezo. Just turning this fight around for his team. He's got a beat. He's charging, but looking for Moogie. Not sure Moogie can get away from the Aghanim Scepter Gyro. They've lost 3. It is game over.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, GG.
I love how they call GG. They don't kill the tier 3 tower. They just feel that they can't do anything. Try to focus the Omni. Even if they kill the Omni Knight, like they spent every single spell on an Omni Knight and couldn't even bring him down.
I mean, they still have a 7% win rate, even win chance, even with Throne down. What were they thinking, Lacoste? Their win probability has not changed, even with Throne destroyed. I feel like it should just instantly change to 100%.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is
What a
under
unique
attack.
build. That's the other word, isn't it? Interesting and unique.
Without calling it, maybe not the those are some fun filler words.
Yeah, it's perfect. I don't know, I mean, what else could he build this game? It's kind of like Nyx Assassin, where I think Nyx is a hero that can almost, like, universally, whatever patch, still buy Midas, because all he needs is level 6 and he does stuff.
You look at Venomancer, his Aghanims is basically an item that says, like, I'm gonna be a little tankier before I die and do a bunch of damage. Like, you know, you build that item, you're pretty much gonna die anyway. So Midas, what's really the difference? You get a little bit more gold going on. You're still casting all your spells in the early game. You're probably gonna die anyway. How much tankier am I gonna survive? Not saying it's the best item, but I kind of understand.
I mean, when Paparazzi's picking it up,
then it is.
You got to give it validity here, and that's exactly what you're doing. I can appreciate that, but I don't think any item was going to save him right there. Run down, and obviously before that, though, was watching Razor. It's just unfortunate spot because the Invis rune activated on Lead Manner to sit that on top of him. I'll finish the job. It was not a total victory though for still. The Razor kill as I know again goes down, but Death Prophet going more typical with the Yules. He's gonna go right into a BKB, and this is a very strong BKB game.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure right now on Zayats, just because he was given a ton of space top lane. They basically gave him like 6 or 7 waves there to get this Blink Dagger, so he needs to make plays happen, kind of instantaneously, honestly, it feels like. But they have the Ravage back up in the mid lane, so they're going to go for this push. Tower is very low, sort of baiting out their Venomancer here. It's got the maxed out Gale and Poison Sting too, so rather terrifying, and they're going to rotate down to the old Razor.
Yeah, he's already died 5 times. Let's make it the 6th time. So the game's going for it, and they're going to get that. Victory will happen this time. Zayak coming in. No, Ice Blast going through. False promise on himself from Oracle. Heal himself up, and it's going to be one of those cases. I don't know what to expect after this. Okay, yeah, he's dead. He survived initially, but does him in. You know, I've seen that interaction before with Ancient Apparition and Oracle, False Promise, where I've actually seen a target die with False Promise.
Yeah, if you're below the threshold, so you will still die. Yeah.
Didn't work there. They'll take it Earth Spirit.
That's my mistake.
Oh! Ouch.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nope. Wait a second. Benno actually... Oh no, he did end up using the Gloves to Hasten and Power Treads, and now he's actually just going to eat.
No! Just pinging it to his team a couple times. Guys, I only need 200 more gold from Midas, and someone just piped up. Like, no, dude, come on. I want to go push some tier 2s. Could you not build a Midas?
You know how to right-click create Paparazzi and Heroes, but we're going to let you know how to build items.
Maybe he's just a no player, you know. He was thinking about the Yules, now he's going back for the old Aghanims.
That's a fair point, actually. That does bring up, you know, we talked about that at the beginning. It's not our typical Paparazzi. Oracle. No False Promise, he does have 21 charges. He should be fine. He's gonna use him right here. Oh, he didn't use False Promise on himself. He used it actually on Razor, or excuse me, the Fate's Edict. And that was a great decision, frankly. I mean, because that disarmed him, and obviously the magic system wasn't gonna help him. Meanwhile, Elsie in the backlines, they take that Spirit already, just put the kill on Undershock, keeping him in place if anything. So Legion Commander himself, Cold Feet will proc, but they got Undershock as a result. Now Blizzy, triple kill for Ori. Blizzy's probably not getting away, gonna set up the eventual quad kill perhaps. The ghosts do come back in, but it doesn't matter. Ultra kill, aka quad kill for Ori. And what was maybe a Roshan initially is just gonna be a nice transition into the end.
And we still have Ravage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It just makes you say like, oh, well, there's only 2 heroes standing there, but what can you really do? Alright, we're gonna go for it.
Make that play. Answer. There's the Ravage coming out though from Lanamp. Flies the got the Razor hitting the Yule Cell. Purge it right off. Can it enough to get away? It looks like for Palantimos.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Out, so Ravage ultimately, I guess it saves his teammate, but no counter kill.
Yeah, I think that's a nice Vega. I think that's exactly what they were going for, was they were at least trying to force the Ravage without losing anyone. And sadly, that kind of feels like the best way to deal with this support Tide, because if you just wait for every single fight, like, obviously if you can force a fight after a bad fight, and you're like, oh, well, yeah, we got ravaged and lost our heroes, but we can go fight now while it's down, that feels pretty pretty poopy because all three of their core still have like all their ultimates probably. Like maybe Exorcism's down or something like that. But the if you can just like force this Tidehunter to at least use his ultimate in bad situation, it's probably your best chance at winning subsequent fights. So they'll instantly smoke up. They're gonna find Legion. Coming for the old bounty rune in 10 seconds, and that should secure them to the bottom too.
Besides, though, they find Night Stalker. Does Future Gaming TP out? Blizzy actually survived. Very good decision. Didn't have any more stopper after that. Yeah, not the greatest heroes for stopping those TPs. Hype that he also picked up recently, paying off right there, keeping him alive. Vegas Squadron's favor. Now this net worth leads 3,000. It's definitely not anything dramatic, especially compared to last game. By now the game was over in favor of Vici Gaming in game 1, but Vegas Squadron definitely hanging in your game 2. A lot of the net worth is on Ori. Death Profit is really up there, and now with the BKB finish, as we talked about, that is a very strong item. Put that now.
Yeah, it feels, I don't know, this Razor hero right now too, when you're this far behind, he's not a real threat, honestly. Maybe he can create enough space in the engagements for the Pugna, but then your other cores and Night Stalker, they just really have damage problems right now.
Ender keeps himself alive with a false promise, sets up a dual victory for LC. There you go. Always love seeing that, just put that in a play.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Played, and Ori again, Exorcism ready, BKB, might do some objective, and that objective is going to grow shot. Zayak's nearby. They don't have vision in there, but Zayak is going to try to make a play.
Is under attack.
Matter, can he time it right? Darkness. Razor, Palantimo's playing the I might as well bait them out play, and well, I don't know what more expected there.
Bait successful? I mean, they definitely took the bait.
Nice balls, hits a couple, including Ori. Zayak, he's
be brave.
The timing is perfect, actually, from Zayak. Even the Yule's on top of him. Avoids the Ravage as a result. Well, you know what? He's going to die, but actually, that's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. For sure.
If he dies. What a player.
Ooh, is it worth it if you give dual damage?
Yeah, so now the throws are real now. Still think it's a
that's probably
look at the bottom pressure. Wow, tier 3 tower's gonna die.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Fun game.
Alright, now it's 100% worth. Excellent shot.
Well, the Razor bait worked out in the end. Hell of a timing, dude. That is not an easy play. I also like how he got with the Ravage from Tidehunter.
Yeah, they spaced out a lot of their vision. Like Sioma he threw in the Ice Blast a little bit later. It was hard to tell, but I think he had a Ice Vortex near there too. But the final snipe was just all Zayas. I don't think he had any vision at the moment he went in.
I see that Axe is just about finished though, not with the Veil especially, and what he's all about. He's kind of playing this. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Blink Dagger out of that. This bomb build, as I like to call it. Just jump in, press R, and stop, do all the work.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Ori. I was going to say, yeah, Blink Dagger would actually be sick on the Death Problem, but it looks like he's going for 1-2. So, speaking of Blinks, 11 wants a little bit more dual damage. Oh, not quite. The D-Crap. Nice save.
That D-Crap that we're talking about. Running dual victories now. Commander will be turned. Zach, credit for the kill. Team effort, though, from the side of Vegas Squadron. And that worth a bit. That Roshan steal really is paying off now for Vegas Squadron. It's down to a 2,000 lead, and four of this dire side, and Razor's the worst off, and even he's almost got a BKB finish with just like the Radiant side. I mean, BKB here on Vega's team is also going to be very powerful.
Did you see this sneaky ward down bottom by the illusion rune? In behind the tree?
Oh, yeah.
They actually pinged it out and saw it, but that's kind of hilarious.
What kind of vision does it get? I guess it doesn't.
Not very
low vid.
But you're hoping it doesn't get de-warded there. They know it's there, though. Goodbye.
Vega. Glimmer Key picked up by Tidehunter. that with the blink.
Yeah, he's been given a lot of room. They looks like they sacrificed some of 11's farm. I don't know who was sacrificing it, the team or 11 himself, but he's been struggling a bit. Went for the blink dagger, but ever since that, it's a slow burn to the old BKB.
And Night Stalker, excuse me, on the other side with the blade mail purchase, just Undershock. He has the Aeon disc to go with the Aether Lens and the blink dagger. So picking up the Aeon disc, a much more defensive tool over the offensive one, such as that Ags and whatever else.
Yeah, I really like that choice this game. It's just so he doesn't get like Ravage comboed and dead. Give himself the Aeon disc. And I mean, he's a siege engine. You know, buildings are his focus. Might allow him to rat a little bit well. Some cheeky plays there.
In from Vici Gaming. Smoke. Heroes. Fine. Razor. Oh, nice.
Nice goals.
Great time. Will actually survive in the end because of it.
Damn.
Flinging around.
That was impressive. You're popping at the smoke and he still gets that off.
I'm actually growing on the yields on Razor a bit more. For a while there, it's not an item we saw too often. Maybe a couple of players like. It really is a great. It's it's a TP canceller. It's even more movement speed for the hero. Mana regeneration's decent on it. It proves to be a pretty strong item on the hero.
Yeah, I find it's like a game kind of an item where you can still be very relevant during team fights. Maybe you can't get that like S and Y really fast or something, or you're having a hard time even just getting the drums. It's a good item to enable some other cores, as you said, just by having like TP cancels or some extra control during an engagement. And the mana regen certainly cannot be overlooked. You know, popping your ultimate to farm ancients. Speaking of heavy things, something he certainly pioneered in terms of like, doing farming rotations with Static Storm Razor. Or rather, Eye of the Storm Razor. Sorry, wrong lightning hero.
Dual Prisms over here. There's that Aeon disc though. Yeah, did he not realize
that's an 11 play right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's the legend himself.
I don't know if that's gonna save him. Rory comes out. Oh, Rory's dying though. He is really dying to this Razor. He's hitting freaking hard. Oh my god, they've still 140. That's the craziest, but it's still plenty to get that kill. They do lose Pugna in the end, but 11's dead. They lose Venomancer elsewhere. This is really working for Vega Squadron. And now Lan M is also in trouble. He's gonna be run down by Palantino's double kill for the Razor. But again, that goes back to clearly not looking at the inventory of a Pugna. You are not getting that kill. I did not know what the game plan was there.
That was the old that's the 11 play. I don't know. I've never seen a player who is more feast or famine than this guy. Like, I have seen him play these unbelievable matches, and then I can't believe it's the same dude another game. Like, there were some games Captain's Draft that there's no way Vici should have lost them, but his puck plays were quite legendary. But it's alright. 11 always bounces back to it.
Oh, Ori almost gets killed off right there, but his own Glimmer Kid will keep him alive, and 11 speaking of 7 puts up the tool, Night Stalker, but deals will prevent at least the winner. Will be killed in the end. Being a distraction, so he goes down Sacrificial Lamb Blizzy. Right over the cliff, does make his getaway. Vega Squadron. They cannot kill the Rax, unfortunately. We're no buybacks without it. Buybacks is simply resurrection timer, so the ranged Rax gonna start healing on up and be fine right there. Fine.
Yeah.
But, good for Vici Gaming, but yeah, Vega Squadron. Really, they're striking first when it comes to siege in the base, and again, the lineup is definitely built around that.
That they weren't going to get it at least full, so at the very least they focus all on the range tracks. The choice. But we continue our march towards the approach. Likely to be that deciding factor here. BKB 10 seconds ready to Razor fight, and opting back in towards the Force Staff too. So double in utility.
Well, that last fight, I mean, the 11 play initially was just pretty awful, but you also saw the Death Prophet completely isolated by herself. She then went in, tunnel vision, and I was actually going to mention before that fight took place that she's sitting on maybe 10 seconds for like 5+ minutes at least.
Yeah.
Up until, and then she used it and it died right after anyway because there's no support nearby. Like I said, Paparazzi, he does have a little bit of support nearby. The press the attack, he gets the Poison Oval off, so now they're looking for some turns. Ice Blast going through. Oracle, no, he's not going to be hit by it either. Night Stalker, he'll be tooled up, but that's a beefy Night Stalker right now. Yeah, he's not only going to survive, but he gets away. Never mind. Eels will catch him. And I'm sure now he's going to die. Nice silence to prevent the Hunter in the Night. He does down, but being that 1-for-1, again, they lost the Venomancer off the bat for that Night Stalker kill.
You just can't fight if you all get tagged by that Venom ulti, even with the pipe is enough. Maybe they can go for a secondary pipe potentially, but it looks like Earth Spirit's gonna go for the Form Staff instead, and probably the hero to build unless Razor is going to. But Valentimos is actually well on his way to a Nullifier. Not gonna offer the Form Staff that he get queued up. This is a good choice. Try and control Death Prophet. Fantastic item against the hero.
Yeah, again, we talked about on paper, the Speed KB is a great item to have for the Death Prophet. Although it didn't necessarily work out that last fight, but having the Nullifier prevent such an item. Anything else seems like an appropriate decision. Bot's finished on Pugna, so his mobility just got that much better. Now Zayak, Courier Snipe, and he gets out.
Oh no! Yeah, you can't cover the team. Oh, it's actually on his pad.
And he has a Yols. We need to use it here somehow. Oh, the roll! He connects into Venomancer. Let's go. I was gonna say,
yeah.
Work.
Comes in, he predicted that direction and just blocks it. If he doesn't block it, he could have stoned onto the high ground and probably lived. I like that arrow on the map right now for Mori. Go! I am here.
Translation there.
Yes, thank you. My Chinese is very good.
Jack would be proud. Commander Shadow Blade is going to be his next item in line, but again, stressed it earlier, 11 just hasn't been able to skill the greatest when it comes to this items just yet, but they are going to kill off Roshan for free. Cheese will be picked up. No ninjing Aegis system. Immortality. They're going to give it to Paparazzi. Give it to him over Ori, but you like that decision to give it to Venomancer?
I mean, Aegis hero, so you know, Cheese is just so much better on Death Prophet that I like it that way. Yeah, we'll go with that. Aegis is relatively useless on her. Pop your ulti, you die. I'm useless.
Not useless. Not as threatening.
Pretty close to being useless.
That's silent.
That's right.
Demos just got the Nullifier. They are smoked up, hoping to find. I think they're kind of worried here, perhaps. Now they'll just give it away. Oh, that's just a Venom. That's an Observer Ward up there. He is gonna. Who did he catch back there? That would be the Ancient Apparition, but it's still not gonna be enough to Crepify. Will say what does that mean? Pops the BKB final. The Ancient Apparition may end up going down, but it took forever, a lot longer than I wanted. Blizzy, possibly Mail running at Ori, or excuse me, running at Paparazzi there. They do take him out. Aegis spawn. Blizzy running away. The Siphon's up on him to Crepify, applied to Death Prophet on top of Net of Blast. Some amp damage out. Blizzy's still running. Again, he is such a tanky target with that pipe, and he's gonna TP away. Great decision as he hides right in the trees there to get out, and so much used. And after all of that, only Ancient Apparition is killed, and they lost the Aegis. Not the ideal Aegis used for PG game.
At the same time, it's so hard for Vega to commit to engage. Number one, they're dealing with that Poison Nova, and on a 60-second cooldown now, and back up at a so we got 50 seconds remaining. And one of them is just holding these grabs and these of them. But also because he's at the current moment.
Okay, LC, we've been over this. I don't know what he's doing. Like, that literally was not going to work at all.
I think he's thinking I don't know what he's thinking.
Even if he doesn't know anyone else is not there, yeah, it's a... Anyways, Blizzy goes down middle lane, and obviously Pugna was still picked off as he got picked up in the middle lane, so caught up what happened at that top lane. And then Pugna ends up still dying, as you pointed out. He ended up traveling to the middle lane, hoping to make a play, and that did not work at all. Kill me.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
He's actually going axe. You know, okay, I will say this. This was actually, I got to credit the chat on this one. The good point being brought up with the draft here of Vici Gaming that LC, they do not have a lot of follow-up bursty damage. Both Death Prophet and Venomancer are very, you know, damage over time ability heroes, right? Where they like these fights lasting a lot longer after they're successful. Where LC wants to just blow somebody up. They don't have that follow-up though, and we've seen that come into play several times.
I mean, that's true, but I also think that for the most part, like, that's the kind of stuff that helps a Legion commander during the early to, like, early mid-game, whereas he was very successful. Like, he's enough damage that he doesn't really need those, like, cheekier combos, honestly. I think for the most part, it's just poor target decisions or good saves from the Pugna.
Palantimos is fantastic with EGO's reaction. Again, coming out of the end as he somehow pops it on 11 before he can get the duel off, and now Paparazzi, he's also running, but with that drain damage, 227 plus. Whereas the BKBs aren't doing a damn thing. LC, he ends up dropping to the Magnetize, and they also catch the Oracle. Oracle's, well, he's alive because he got kicked away. Now he Glimmer Caves, but the dust comes out, so he'll be fine. Undershock ends up dying to the dot of Paparazzi. Palantimos also getting a little low, so he'll be fine, has some one, and you're into right back up. We'll go. So Vega 3 for 1 there. I do continue to notice that the net worth is still in favor of Vici Gaming. It's only very slightly dipped in Vega's favor for maybe a minute or so this game, and then that, other than that, been in Vici's favor. So
yeah,
they definitely have that going.
I guess if we look at the net worth spread, they basically just have like 2 offlaners, which is sort of helping out in terms of that bonus. And then for the most part, a large portion of the 3K lead is just all on Death Prophet, which can be good and can be bad. Because at the same time, obviously if they burst her down, it's a nice block off down another roll attempt from Zayas. But if she can be focused down instantaneously during the fight, it's like, okay, we can do this. It's going to be alright. But I was definitely more concerned about Vega's draft heading these later portions, but honestly, I guess I didn't really take into account like the Venomancer build heading towards like that Aghanim style instead. He also doesn't really provide that kind of like full-fledged carry potential, which is what I kind of felt like the Razor was into that same problem, just because of the poor start and everything, wasn't scaling all that well. But it's now turned out that Palantimos with the Nullifier, he hits for an alright chunk at this point in the game. So they have some decent sustained damage to these engagements, especially the Nightmail. I thought that was a good choice from the Night Stalker.
Glimmer Cave using everything, including that Lotus Orb he has to get a tool on Razor. Will it be enough damage this time? Yes, it will. The winner comes out. The Exorcism follow-up, allowing it to happen. Night Stalker now also caught. Hunter the Night, he got it off before the silence, so he's still running. He has a gem, so this is a big kill for Vici Gaming. And indeed they will get it. The gem drops, picked up by LC. And they get 2 more kills, Razor included. Again, to start that off, so talking about his recent success. He does get back pounded. Now we have Vici Gaming, Old 5 still up. They're looking to siege for the first time, as far as in the base. Buyback is ready on Night Stalker, not Razor, however. Yeah, without Razor, they lose a lot of damage. Try though, Ice Blast goes through LC, he is dropping BCD, trying to mitigate some of it. Venomancer, BKB and run, and looks like that'll be the end of it. But yeah, going back to your point as well, in hindsight, I think it's fair to say Paparazzi probably wishes he went more of that, maybe even the right-click Venom build, because yeah, they definitely could have used that.
It's hard to tell. I feel like the Agnes has actually saved them in a lot of these fights. Maybe they could have ended earlier, perhaps, if they had a little bit more damage through some of those engagements, but at this point, I think the combination of his ultimate is just basically, it takes away the threat of the side of Vega, like, punishing the longer cooldowns, because they simply can't regen up and then get back into a fight if, like, 3 other heroes get ultied by the Venomancer. Like, the cooldown's way too short. and it's always going to be up and available. Speaking of cooldowns, I think LandM's just hoping they forget that there's a Tidehunter on the Radiant side, because I just don't remember the last time he ravaged. This constant threat of this hero. It's actually so hard to play against. Like, what do you even do?
I feel like this term is overused a lot as a saying, but the threat is more valuable than the actual use of it. Anyways, Paparazzi just comes in and uses the Poison Nova on all 5 heroes. Yeah, pretty good. LC dueling up with that false promise. He explodes right where it's off. And it's not enough for the winner. In fact, he gives it up to Razor right there as a result. However, they still will pick up the Air Spirit, and Night Stalker, he too, is going to be picked up in favor of BG Gaming. So a couple of kills. That's a dieback on Night Stalker as well. The Ravage, again, used that fight. Calling him out.
He remembered. He forgot. He just... 9,162 damage that man. 5-man ulti. That's a really good right there. That should be a relic.
Actually, everyone else's damage is so minimal. Tier 3, and doing his best. Ice Blast going to do. Death Prophet is caught. Lotus over replied. And actually getting the counter link. So essentially, really not doing too much with that link there. From Razor, False Promise was used. Looks like okay. Yeah, that's so I'm gonna keep him alive. As soon as the worst off there said, he's at half up. He's in trouble. He doesn't have an Aegis or anything like that. Exorcism is returning though. Will be healed up, so call for BG, but managed to stay alive. That. I also noticed the item progress on both Death Prophet and Venomancer. They're actually going the Octarine.
Go for me.
Death Prophet is going to be able to purchase his here.
That is one way to not have to worry about cooldowns. Yeah. Puts BKB to 53 seconds now instead of the 70. Very nice.
Divas, Yules, I mean, literally every item is activatable.
Speaking of cooldown reductions, Tidehunter hits level 25. LandM does not go for the big D 250. Goes for the CDR.
Man,
how dare he?
He should have, right? Like, built
dude, he's got the threads, bro.
Should have. This game, yeah. Really does every game. Yeah, I also find it funny though. So I noticed that earlier. Yeah, he's the first one to hit 25. Now he does have that 40% XP talent, but Fort Tidehunter.
Double damage.
Speaking of that, Death Prophet's just about there. A couple more creeps. She's going to be really fast. He has that ultimate up. Ancient Apparition. It's going to be 18 damage going the way. Now, he almost has his axe finished on LC, by the way. So, of course, that's the whole me versus you and nobody else involved.
True 1v1.
Yeah. 1v1,
Radiant's
bro.
bottom barracks are under attack.
No. It only took 20 minutes, but Underchucker's back where he managed to save the game earlier.
Direct Death Prophet. She doesn't have a buyback. This is big. She's going to make it happen. They're
oh my god.
Hundreds.
I'm 60k.
We'll make it 15k. And the melee racks fortification going to be used. I'll see looking for the opening. Tool's not ready though. 4 more seconds. You want to go for Razor? Great boulder smash opening. BKB active from Paparazzi. Has that poison up. Wants to get out. BKB reaction from Razor though. Coming out. There's the duel. Will it be enough for the actual kill? Blizzy doing what he can. It's not going to be a win. Okay, it will be a winner actually even for LC. So now Razor's dead. Has a buyback, but they got the melee racks. Blizzy trying to juke out. And it's going to actually work. He had a Ravage, but Ty's like, is it worth it? Probably not. Frankly, it probably was. He's not using it this game. But, again, decides not to. So, yeah, Death Prophet died, no buyback. I mean, to be fair, they're not going to really be able to make the best of it.
Yeah. Can they rush? With it, Razor? I wonder if it's worth buying back. Ooh, that's a tough call.
Because he's still...
Oh, I think you do.
I don't know. You have a Ravage. That's tough.
Yeah, but it's Pressure Shard. That's gonna be such a hard fight.
They're not going to. No, don't. Okay, well, you know...
Alright, he's got the Aghanims.
He does have the
It's fine.
Nice last return. False Promise comes out. Maybe enough to help keep him alive. time, it does pay off to duel the Pugna there. Now they can't do the Roshan. You are right, though. This is that third Roshan, the all-important one. So whoever gets this Roshan kill.
God, it is so unbelievably good for the Radiant, and so just kind of like meh. It's like the best thing it can give them would be like another Eye of the Storm, and you could double up. Honestly, that's pretty much the best thing. The Radiant's like every hero, pretty much except for Fenrir, would die to have this thing.
Even Fenrir, I mean, double false promise. That sounds actually okay.
Do you know how fast this Roche would die with plus 250 damage, Len?
He misclicked.
You don't ravage anyway.
He had to misclick, yeah. He goes into the Roshan pit and actually blinks the other way. He's trying to live at this point. Remember, he ninja'd it early here. Oh, and he's setting up again. They don't have vision.
Come on. Not again. Well, Paparazzi checked the same spot. Oh, nope. Doesn't guess correctly on this one. 3 more seconds. Oh, he got him!
Now he's getting the Mind Splash coming through. Here we go. Zayek is going to go for the ninjas a little early, though. Ravage comes out pretty early as well. They're going to kill the Earthspirit. No, they use him up, actually. Maybe buying some time. No, Roshan falls right after. Maybe.
Eventually.
There we go. Like, try
the regen.
Regeneration.
Casual read. Ori, they give it to Ori in the end. Profit. The Aegis. Shard, cheese, I'm guessing. It is on Legion. Well, I mean, this game, it's 16,000 net worth lead, but biggest squadron's the one with the first set of racks killed.
Yeah.
The point is, this game's definitely
Nullifier again.
Again, no buyback, but she does have an Aegis. Fine.
Not worth. They had maybe one more hero there, possible.
Having to defend, apparently. Paparazzi's up here. 25 himself. We talked about that. Death Prophet did get the haste, of course. She's not pushing with the team right now, though. Oh, she does have bot.
Is she? I don't know. Legion has bots too. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Alright, she's gonna come up now. But yeah, that wave's pushing hard. And Pugna has bots too, right? So, Undershock might have to go make plays. He's actually gonna just try and run and hope that his team can zone. He wants to be able to at least get back into this fight, possibly.
Doesn't want to go all in this time. But that melee rack's already starting to drop. Now, again, they've already killed a rack themselves with Vega, so, okay.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, he came back on Undershock too.
Dyer's middle barracks
So we want to fight then.
System makes it difficult with an Aegis as well.
Dyer's middle barracks has fallen.
Rax and Vega, or Beachy more. Give them the opportunity. Make a play. Go back. Another. We're going to see a third Octarine core this game. Tidehunter's also going.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, he actually needs one. He is really low on mana. He needs some big infusion of /mana pool.
Watching his top lane. Okay, yeah. This time even with the axe. Last time he had the Tidehunter assistance. Let's see. What is that? Like 1 for 5, 1 for 6 on the Pugna? He keeps trying. Damn it! It'll work.
But the Saganum's just for the Pugna. Driving me crazy.
It really does. It's like he doesn't even know there's other heroes in the game sometimes. You know, it's me and you, buddy. If he doesn't have an Aeon disc, I mean, it worked, but...
Now, I know you, I think from your tweets, I remember you had a lot of longer games lately, and a lot of tournaments you've been casting. I know at one point you had like a couple hours, like 2 times in a row or something like that. It's 90-minute games. I have not been privy to long games, personally. I feel like I always get screwed out of them. Like, the number of heroes, like 25 in the matches I cast, is so low, so this is a real treat for me here. Users just getting up and look at the 100 attack speed coming up. Pugna's almost 25 as well. If any of these are really going to shift to this game 11, if he survives, might eventually get 25. I don't know if he gets that 40 dual damage bonus.
Yeah.
Teams have to be careful.
Yeah, he's going to just be hunting for more of that puck as a result. Yeah, LC is an interesting one, is it? Because they are, we stressed several times when it comes to right-clicking, they are lacking that, and obviously tied with the cooldown reduction, of course, but I do think LC does go the damage here. I mean, 3 seconds the attack is really good, but I think the way he's playing it, we are going to see.
It's a tough call because it's the cooldown's really short, but it also means you stop right-clicking people to cast it. But I'm personally hoping he goes the press the attack. I feel like it's still better, just because there is a lot of sound system. Maybe he's not caught out by it, or maybe he can keep himself and then hop on someone else. Try and help people. Make sure you always press the attack right at that perfect moment. I feel like the duel will only hurt him.
I mean, you can hope all you want, Trent. You've been watching this game. he's going the dual damage. 100%. I'm just gonna call.
He's all in. The Agams. I mean, that's a commitment to the build.
Yeah, the Ags actually. That's a fair point. If you go in Ags, that's Ori. They found the pug now. However, Nyack only going away. They hex up the Death Prophet, raising the back there. He's doing a lot of damage from Lanham right now for himself. The plus 130. He has a Satanic, by the way, on Razor as well. But here we go. Ori's committed. He's running it fast. He's got the nullifier on him. No exorcism. Force activated. The false promise comes out. There's Ranger going to come to the ravage. No, Ranger's going to have dropping across Kippy. It's not going to be nearly enough. He's dead. No buyback. Blizzy. Going to be the same story most likely. Eventually will be taken out too. He does have a buyback, however. Hugging on the rest of them actually get out of here. Apparition. He get out. Ice Vortex to go faster, but Ori seems just perfectly running fast. That talent.
Oh, juice!
That was
that on that one.
Really did. Shattered them right there.
Bounty.
To the Ags on him.
Fight. I don't know. It's very far to be. Yeah, dark. Fighting. I think symptom of this game getting a control. I have to try everything. It's frustrating when you on your network and the whole fight was because they vision up on the high ground. So that's why DP is not in there. Forcing back. Just saw everything that was going down. Maybe not quite stuck with their slave bolt here from them as well. Not to wait the 10 more seconds for darkness for enemy territory.
Both costing the racks in the end. So now approaching up there, a little bit longer games, so getting at 51 minutes. But we are starting to see now more of a favor towards Vici Gaming. 27,000 net worth bleed. It does seem pretty damn big. Lose the Aegis there. Spawning. Profit. But it's definitely still a game of Pugna, get that split push going. First down towers. And again, speaking of him being 25, that Nether Blast damage, that much better.
Yeah, true. That is quite the increase.
What is it? It's 250 right now, right? Well, it's 325.
325.
Double damage, just quite a bit of it. Get up. Also seeing Ags picked up an Air Spirit. Ags Octarine Core. It's getting to that point of the game, the longer game here, Trance. I know you're new to it, but this is where we start seeing all these luxury items coming out for all these heroes. It is plenty.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Either side. More so for PG.
I'm curious to see how fast can make the use of this environment. Like, it really has to be consistent. I think it would be better for him to just slip or remove them for 3 seconds in these fights. Unless he can somehow do the crazy shenanigans of getting them all the way back near the front. That's the real dream scenario.
Well, see, he's going in. Tools on a Razor. Just him and the Razor. Remember now, the careful mitigating some of it. False Promise eventually comes out. Razor, though, does die. He's dead for 100 seconds. No buyback. Venomancer, Poison Nova hitting every single hero. The Ravage on top of that. VG Gaming trying to finish the game right here, right now. Dual Explosive. False Promise wears off, but he buys back immediately. They lose Ancient Apparition. Land him was overextended, though, and he's dead for 100 seconds now. And he ain't coming back. But Ori's just sitting back with the Ghost, letting them do the work. Gonna pop the Shivas as he jumps in on top of Blizzy. Blizzy with the Blade Mail, though. Great heals, however. Gonna help keep Ori alive, and they take out Night Stalker. 5 back immediately from him. The tier 3 eventually should fall, though. You got Oracle just spamming heals, meanwhile, in the back line. Of course, keeping them up. But you look at the mid and the top lane also being heavily pushed in, so Vegas Squadron, they're trying their best to fight down here, but their base is being absolutely decimated. Another duel coming out from LC, this one on a Pugna. There's that Remnant coming into play, because we're talking about the pushback, and it will keep Pugna alive, actually. So well played from Earthspear right there, but Zayak, he goes down himself, he fights back immediately, but it all seems for naught, and this looks like VG Gaming will be able to finish the job here.
Yeah, it looked like that was, I guess, the plan was to bait the Razor out and try and use the Enchant Remnant to save in the middle of the racks there, but it just was not enough. Yeah, I guess I felt like between Decrap and Enchant Remnant, we can save the Razor, and maybe we can turn the fight after that if they dive in too deep or something, but again, that ultimate is just brutal from the Venomous. You can't fight. Every engagement is just kind of over.
Legion Commander went the press the attack cooldown. My confidence was definitely apparently a little too much. I'm honestly shocked at that, the way he was playing.
It was a decision.
I took control of the zero for that second. Let us get.
Well, grab last bit here.
VG Gaming. They go 2-0 in the end. You know, Vegas Squadron again. They've been giving it a valiant effort. We've cast them both yesterday and today in a couple different series. They've shined at moments.
This is the fearsome combo of the mid brood. And
yeah, Doom has 1 armor when Medallion is used -4 armor. Also Lycan has that Setter Banisher. 3 seconds cooldown on Purge. Purge Kanka like 4 times.
I was about to say that should be the end of its mana pool. Yeah, sure enough, it's already only has 1 herbs left in it. Mid lane is taking a lot of pressure. It seems like if Jakiro leaves this lane, Brood will take over. Anyone else other than the Jakiro will likely go down and cannot defend against Spiderlings. And unfortunately for SCC, he's alone against 4 heroes bottom all of a sudden. Tries to bring MSS down with him. The damage over time is just enough. He gets the kill before he dies. So a decent bit of gold going his way.
Now Doom should be careful about positioning.
Yeah, I'd say, doesn't he just get he could get solo killed here.
He has a War Stomp, so that's good against the Spiderlings, just to keep them locked down for 3 seconds. 2 seconds is duration for heroes.
Well played by Noob. You recognize that sneaking rotates bottom, so this top lane is completely open and Moogie immediately starts pressuring the tower. They want to get this tier 1 tower. They also want to try to get Fake as level 6. The Lion Fear of Death could be a nice boost for the mid lane, though. They've gone in on Kaka's Doom. He gets the Stompy. This could ruin the X combo. Does not catch Kaka in the Ghost Ship, and as a result, they won't get the kill on the Doom. He's looking to turn and fight. Doesn't get close enough for an Infernal Blade, though, so... A tower for a tower, tier 1 for a tier 1. The second tower with Newbie have gotten, though, so they're keeping things pretty close and competitive here.
Furion needs to get levels. He's only level 4, bought the Tome of Knowledge. Once he gets that level 6, their kill potential increases with the X mark, or let's say just Fatal Bonds if they're connected. I don't like the 3 points in Shadow Word. I play a lot of Warlock and I see a lot of Warlock being played. Like it's just a waste of a point in spells. Like your other spells are so valuable, Fatal Bonds and Upheaval. You should not max it out ever more than 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points seems like a good number. Yes, with the efficiency with the Morphling, maybe he really wants that 3rd point. Resolution coming in, trying to get this kill on SCCC, and he's going to do so with the ultimate. 1 point in the incapacitating bite and the insatiable hunger is enough to get the kill.
Heroes should be
bottom lane.
Should be careful about TPing to the lanes from newbie side, because they need to keep the TPs just so they can TP away from a Broodmother.
Yeah. They were hunting the Morphling, I believe. They just got level 6 on Lion. They tried to find Pick, but did not work. In fact, it backfires, and suddenly VGJ had kills in both mid and bottom lane.
Who's the most farmed hero? It's actually Broodmother. No surprise there. She farms both lane, ancients, and other creeps in the jungle. Difficulty still not used.
Oh, Warlock looks absolutely screwed here. Like an ultimate being popped here. Interesting they haven't rotated to KP's lane. It feels like trying to use that first exorcism as early as possible is often a good way to get kind of some momentum rolling for your team. But now we're looking at a level 9 Kunkka rotating down bottom to defend. This feels like a very scary hero to push into, considering he already has an armlet as well.
Feels like pretty impossible to kill unless they use the Doom. It would be ideal if they use the Doom on him when he has the armlet on before the boat. There's a lot of things to focus on.
Got the charge in the boat. KP being gone on here with the TP, and he's dead before he can even Spirit Siphon. What a nice initiation. Snaking just trusted in his torrent, didn't use the X as a setup. Now the Doom comes out, not with the armlet on. Still some decent damage from Kaka, who only has 2 points in the Infernal Blade. Doesn't hit the Ice Path as Jakiro, fortunately, couldn't quite latch on as there's the Finger of Death. Catches MSS. The Kunkka still alive for now, as he's getting barely clipped by that Infernal Blade. That damage is going to be enough. Or Kaka, can he get the armlet toggle? Is there, and Snaking is keeping himself alive. Throws a torrent as well. He walks into it on the Doom. Snaking, can he get another armlet toggle off? Not this time. And Kaka finally finishes off Snaking.
That's a lot of overtime damage. Combine that with the Veil of Discord, pretty hard to toggle. I was surprised that he toggled it first time.
Mid lane Moogie.
The Doom placed.
Moogie died to the Brood, by the way. He got solo killed as well.
Yeah, TP is on cooldown. You should not be TPing to the lanes or be careful about it, because Brood
solo kills, Res.
Yes. So that's gonna be a fast Orchid on a Broodmother, so kill potential increases a lot. No save abilities, no has Yule Scepter yet. Jakiro's getting close to one.
Yep. Death Prophet just has a casual chainmail for some extra armor. Yule Scepter almost there for Jakiro. It does feel like Mr. SCCC has some pretty good fun. Veil and Yule's is going to give him some good step. Only 1 point in Ice Path though. Gonna limit what he can do with this Yule's Scepter offensively, although it will still be a very good defensive item against the Orchid.
Now, Jakiro has 30 XP gain talent, so he's gonna level up pretty quickly. And it's a core Jakiro, so he's gonna farm a lot. Level 12 already. I think he's the highest level on the map right now. Yeah, by far.
They're gonna make their next move. They're bringing in both Death Prophet and Lycan. It seems like they want to use his ultimate. This is a 5-man smoke. You don't see too many 5-man smokes this early on, but they are looking to find some heroes. They're all at top as they head the wrong direction. They're heading away from VGJ.
Parker, I apologize for lying. Broodmother is level 15.
Yeah, that's pretty strong and scary. This Brood is looking a bit unstoppable right now. Potential TP Fury, and thought about TPing in for that bounty rune. Not going to go for it as CCC gets a couple. Snaking being scouted by the wolves here. Uh-oh. Should be a dead Kunkka as, yeah, there's no real way in. They've got plenty of lockdown. They impale the Hex. Infernal Blade as well. Snaking will finally be hunted down, but they took a long time to find that kill off of that smooth gank. It doesn't really feel like that's enough for Newbie. They've got this exorcism. They need to find kills and turn it into towers.
Oh, he's probably gonna get the solo kill on Nature's Prophet. Oh, never mind.
He's gonna die for it. Yeah, he's gonna get the kill damage over time, but there's the heal. The Warlock heal to keep him alive. Now the Warlock ultimate hits 3, and Faith is getting chipped away at. Luckily though, Resolution can't really go diving for this kill. Does not have a BKB. Instead, they're gonna be forced back. Forced to run onto the high ground goes Resolution, just trying to wait his time for that opening to go in, and it's gonna be Moogie on the Lycan. some good damage here. Rotating in with the shapeshift. As Morphling at bottom is going to be forced to rotate out of there. Did not manage to get that much damage on the tier 1 tower as well.
They need to play around the Lycan. Lycan is really farmed in their team with the Necro Book. I don't think they can team fight yet, especially when they take out Kunkka first. Without Coco's drum, pretty hard for them to take a fight.
Yeah, the Brood is massive, but it's one of those heroes that you expect to be on top of the net worth chart, and if you're not first in net worth, it's a bad sign for a Brood. But we'll see how this Brood transitions now. Has a BKB queued up, and this is definitely a hero that gets pretty scary with late game right click builds because of some of the talents. These talents actually make Brood a much better right clicking late game carry with the attack speed and the ulti damage and lifesteal, so something to be worried about.
They picked up, they know. All of thinking about, they know that they don't have oh, it's
Sentry.
Just ace the Sentry.
Doom got deleted. They wanted to take Roche while the Warlock was down, but Doom giving away his life there. Looks like they will have to back off. Not sure if Resolution can take this. It looks like he wants to try and go for it. Baits out the clap with his spiraling, and now he's going to start right-clicking away at Roche. Newbie is smoked up though. Can they get a good initiation off? Potential ice path set. He's going to get out of the way. Resolution just lets the Spiderlings tank it. That reveals the fact that Newbie kind of are smoked up here, I feel. And they're going to commit for this one with the Exorcism. They want to take this fight. Snaking there, has a Torrent. Not going to throw the Ghost Ship right away. And Fate is actually going to catch the Kunkka on the backlines here. I don't think there's much VGG can do. They may just have to let this one go and
they're going to Doom
draw
Kunkka.
enough. Yeah, Kunkka doomed up, Roshan down. I believe this Kunkka's just done for. Has a shrine there that he can fall back to. He's going to pop it and hope for the best, but I don't think the best is going to be enough. Maybe with the Shadow Word, he's still healing bit by bit. The Finger of Death forced out. As Newbie really wanted that kill, they're going to get more as well, though, as it's SVG's Warlock getting caught in the fray as well. Backlines, though, Lycan gets solo killed by Uar and Resolution. Nicely played by VGJ to get some additional kills, and it feels like Newbie need to get the hell out of here. Not much fight left for them as Uar rotates in with the Death Prophet Morph. Has the Silence swells the Crypt Swarm, and he is going to chase these heroes back to their shrine here. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to kill off KP quite fast enough as he does start Spirit Sniping for the waveform in force. Uar really wants his kill. He's going in further and further, deeper to get KP. Right clicks out of there, and with the Spirit Siphons wearing out, KP's on his last Spirit Siphon here. One more right click will finish him off, but KP barely gets back to the high ground. It's Resolution on the Brood, who's life-stealing his way up with the ultimate. Can they deal with him? Uar, he gets the backup of the Warlock. Ultimate has come back up just in time to finish off Fade. BGJ loses the Jakiro Aegis as well, but he's going to turn and fight on his second life now, looking for the kill on Nature's property. Goes to the TP out, gets caught by the Infernal Blade. Brood walks into the Centaur stun as well. Doom getting brought taken out by Resolution. They are just getting cleaned up here. Uar does end up dying to the Lycan. Have they got the lockdown under control? They didn't catch him with the Sprout, as Mugi is in full retreat. Ulti wears off, but he's far enough away that he will barely survive.
These fights are lasting for so long. Kunkka respawn, he has 30 plus respawn time. TP back in, use his spells. Did a little thing. Morphling pushes back one of the heroes while he has all in strength. Pushes him into the boat. That was an amazing play.
That is one of those things you do not see every day. As Newbie will defend the tier 2 top tower, but take some heavy damage in the process and lose that Aegis right after picking it up. Limit their ability to make plays here. I'm a bit surprised to see this Shadow Blade on Kaka the Doom. He's playing the 4th position Doom, reaching a Shadow Blade. This seems like an unconventional pickup in some ways. Only an item you see as like a 2nd or 3rd item.
Yes, he doesn't have a mana pool for it anyways. Look at a skill build. That's what Lil does. If the game is not going well, he maxes Devour, so he can come back with another item in the next 10-15 minutes.
Well, he's got the Yule Scepter queued up next. Partly a defensive item against the Orchid, but we'll see how it plays out for him. Also gives him a way to break the Lincoln Sphere. Against a Morphling, that's pretty important because you want to be able to actually doom him with your Shadow Blade initiation. You can get something like a center stun, Shadow Blade in, center stun, break his Lincolns, and then doom him before he starts morphing strength. So I do like the idea of having an item that breaks Lincolns.
Yeah, that's true. Somehow I turned on Fog of War.
F1, F2, I believe, is probably your hotkeys.
Yes, but Not working. Never mind.
Now I've done that. I did the same thing. F1 doesn't work. Oh shit. I was like, surely it's F1, F2, and okay, well, I can toggle between teams. I can't get the full vision.
Yes.
Is that what you've got there? Well,
yeah, exactly.
From one team's perspective here, can they get the Doom off? It looks like he broke it with the Lincolns. Oh no, he gets out in the trees. Yuwa's home. He's going to TP on out. They do rotate in to catch MSS, as he will go down as well. Have you solved the problem yet?
No, I have fog of war for both of the teams. I don't see the rest of the map. That's never mind. This is gonna be a little bit dark here.
Yeah, it's a bit dark for the viewers as well, which is unfortunate. But let's probably options. It'll be in hotkeys, right?
Yes, it's hotkeys, spectator.
Be some toggle fog of war.
Fog of war F3. There's fog of war dire. Let me see what happens.
I'm lost.
Yeah, I can't fix it.
I don't even see where the hotkey's at to change it. Oh, advanced. Spectator. Okay, Spectator. So where are we looking? Fog of war. I'm surely missing some kills here too. Is the
courier died? That's all.
Ah, okay. We're okay with the courier kill. It's like I remember a lot of people were asking, like, I wish Cassid could cast a game with Fog of War on just for one team because it would tell a very different story of the game. Because we're
gonna do it right now.
Yeah, we're gonna do it on the fly, unplanned, unprompted.
You owe us $20 each.
Yeah. Oh man, this is something.
Smoke.
Okay, no, I've got it. Spectator, Fog of War, both teams. Did you see that button?
I'll check.
Okay, it doesn't actually do anything. I said it.
I have it. It's F1. It doesn't do anything.
Oh, there we go. No, I had to set it. I said it and then reset it a few times as F1, and now we're good to go. Okay. Phew. Momentary panic. I thought we'd just, done a 3-2-2 of our cast. Not just teams who throw games, it's casters as well.
I don't know, I just can't fix it. I'll do it like this. What just happened? No one died, there was a smoke from VGJ Storm. No big items coming out from Kanka though. He picked up a Shadow Blade, but he was so farmed at one point.
Yeah, he's fallen. He's middle of the pack now, 8.4k. He's below Death Prophet, which is surprising. A few deaths will, I guess, do that to you. Snaking 2 and 4 right now. Well, as for Newbie, this Lycan is, he's fully online. He's got his BKB Necrobook 3 in just a minute here, so things start to look a lot better for Newbie here in the late game. They can use their vision from like the Lycan Wolves to scout things out. They're de-warded using the Necrobooks. And theoretically, these Lycan Wolves scouting things out will create a lot of openings for them.
Yeah, this is also a good Morphling game. He can transform into a DP, just to cast Global Silence, Spirit Siphons. You can be, let's say, Doom, also have increased movement speed, healing up with the Scorched Earth, with the Infernal Blade. Also transform into Lion.
There are some pretty good E-Blade targets as well. Nobody really stays alive very well. You're going to be forced to instantly BKB. Lycan's pretty tanky. He has his BKB. Death Prophet halfway to the BKB. But those are essential items against the Brood Mother who has an Orchid as well. And there we go. Brood, yeah, 50 attack speed. Brood is transitioning away from the Spiderling build into a right-click build.
Oh, if I'm silent, I'm still trying to fix the problem. I just
that's alright.
Use the screenshot.
Yeah. If you go to settings, the hotkeys, and then you click on the spectator, there should be right above the Radiant and Dire Vision toggle. There should be a toggle both teams. Now we just re-hotkey to like some random hotkey maybe and see if that works.
All right, 777. Let's see. Nope. Maybe it's just bug.
Yeah. I'm glad it did not bug out for me. We're back at least seeing both teams for now. Warlock getting going on here to start things off. Does not get a chance to drop the ultimate. I'm not sure if he wanted to anyways. He's dead in the top lane as Newbie trying to break high ground. There's not a single hero here to defend right now. MSS is split pushing bottom. You are split pushing top. Lycan, Death Prophet, these heroes will punish a mistake and kill your buildings in no time at all. And they're going to go for the melee racks. Meanwhile, Doom is already TPing mid. He wants his kill on you while they get that instant Hex after they break the link. It's the Doom that are followed up. They're going to get the kill on the Morphling here and back in the base. They get the melee rack. Rezo goes charging in, doesn't BKB as he gets hit by the Ice Path. And yes, the Morph does end up going down. And so does the melee racks back at top. Great shot calling from Newbie, taking a Rax and killing the Morphling.
Yeah, this is huge for them. Now the shrines are opened. They can easily kill it with the wolves or just Jakiro with the macro fire. They have a regen, yes, 5 per second, but they can still go for it. A lot of physical damage.
We'll see what VGA can do. They seem to be suffering most because of the lack of team fight. Like, they've got teamfight spells in Kunkka and Warlock, but not really like their two main carries, Brood and Morphling, are not good teamfighters, and we haven't seen these two heroes really get involved recently.
Yes, also Doom's Purge Creep. Like, he can use it to remove the silence from himself, he can remove the Ethereal Blade form, also Fatal Bonds remove. Really good also Spirit Vessel charges. I played a game with the Doom against the Bounty Hunter. It's so annoying for the Bounty, you just remove the track every time he uses it.
Rezo popped his BKB going for that kill, did not find it, and Roshan's back up. We'll see if Newbie make a play towards it. They've still got 50 seconds before Exorcism and Doom are back online, so they may want to wait for some of these ultimates. But the good news for them is that VGJ are not going for Roshan. KP takes a big cleave. The Torrent hits a smoked up SCCC. What are the odds?
Kunkka should be careful about using X-Mark like that. They have 3 Yule Scepters to dispel his X-Mark.
To the top lane, they're going to catch Morphling again. Oh, Faith, he's fast on it. The mana drain into the Hex once again. They get the kill onto Yuwa, this time not needing the Doom. Does lead into a kill in the mid lane. Death Prophet getting gone on here. May just want to spend her money, but can't afford the BKB. They lose KP back mid, but the bigger kill, the Morphling going down, and here come Newbie. They want to fight this one. Snaking getting gone on to start things off. He does get the Ghost Ship out, as Mookie and his BKB will finish off the Kunkka back in the main fight. Upheaval slowing everyone down. SEC gets brought down. Kunkka's still alive somehow. Does finally end up dying as Resolution going to turn and fight with his BKB. Nothing that Kunkka's Doom can do about that one. And Lycan in full retreat does not have... Okay, has a TP now, and... they cancel it with the Nullifier. He's done for, and great sequence of events for Resolution as he gets himself a triple kill on the Brood. Level 23 all of a sudden.
Wow, they need to start the fight with the Doom. They need to Doom one target. Even though this fight was without the Morph, they still won the fight. That Prophet needs one more defensive item.
Would love to see an Aeon Disc, because then when they go on you, if they nullify you, you're not going to get blown up with this Aeon Disc.
Yeah, but if Aeon Disc procs, he uses Nullifier and he removes the Aeon Disc.
Yeah, but I guess it allows him to make sure he gets his BKB off, because if they go on him, he can just BKB then if they don't nullify.
That's true, but he needs 2 items.
Yeah, he needs both BKB and the Aeon Disc to kind of get that survivability.
But if he gets Lincoln Sphere and Lotus Orb gods, and Aeon Disc and BKBs, he's gonna be so much harder to kill.
Absolutely. And Lacoste, I think you're onto something. Why doesn't KP just do write in some code, you know? Yeah. Type a few words and get those items up. Come on, man. What's the problem? But Roshan goes down. One of the perks of winning that team fight for VGJ. They may be down to Rax, they may have lost Morphling a few times, but they've set themselves up to have an Aegis and Cheese here in the late game, and this game very back and forth. Still anybody's game right now. It feels like VGJ have the slightly better late game. You look at Newbie, it's a mid Jakiro, a Lycan as your carry who's likely going to fall off, and their late game doesn't really scale quite as well.
Yeah, plus you're playing against the Warlock. That hero in the late game is so scary. One good placed Fatal Bonds or just Upheaval. If he gets to level 20, he kind of struggles with the levels. Summons Golem on that. Also Mage's Prophet is Playing position for, so he's gonna scale.
Oh, Carter gets hit by the Lotus Orb. That's going to keep him alive a little bit longer. He self-uses, has the Doom here. Who's he going to use on? Pops it onto Rezo, trying to keep himself a little bit alive without a newbie with the BKB Death Prop. They're going to turn and fight. They've only lost the Lion so far. That's Yuara on the back lines. He's trying to shell his inner Lion. He hexes up the Doom, doesn't actually go on him, instead finds a new target as he watches his team melt. The damage coming up from KP's Exorcism. Things going very well for Newbie here. Silence onto the Morph will keep him in Lion form. As the Morph timer is going to be ticking away. Morphling needs to be careful. He's been spotted by this Observer Ward. They want to find him. They can perhaps kill him twice. Iron Path will clip him, and they break the Lincoln Sphere now as well. Yuar, very low on health. He's going to try and start morphing strength, but the Spirit Vessel is there. They're going to bite back on the Kunkka, but he may just die a second time. Ice Path awaits him. Silence is there as well. Nothing to get rid of the Silence, and he's just dead.
Well played, KP says. Well played, I say as well. Jakiro with the Ice Bat, you don't have enough time to start morphing that Silence. Lincoln Sphere is not gonna help you out. Also, Doom did a good job. Has that 3-second Spurge. He can pop the Lincolns with it, then set up things with the Yule Scepter.
It was a great save in the last fight. They Lotus Orbed the Doom so he didn't die, and then he's able to get the Doom off. Just dooming a Brood, even though they don't kill the Brood instantly, it takes him out of the fight. Warlock wants to throw an ultimate. He's pump faking. He actually gets Silence there on the high ground here. MSS instead going to be getting initiated on. Has the Solar Crest. That's going to help him a little bit as Morphling buys back, trying to salvage this fight. Waveforms in forward. Resolution still chasing with a Blade Dagger. Finds Karkak. Has the TP cancel with the Nullifier. And will be able to bring down Doom. But that is it. Ultimately, they did lose Jakiro back in the mid lane. So not too bad of a kind of recovery from BGJ in the end, but they don't perhaps get enough kills to justify all those buybacks.
Yeah, if they kill Morphling one more time, I think they can just try to close this game, since he's not gonna have a buyback. If BGJ Storm tries to go for a high ground, one of them...
He's got no buyback.
Oof. Jakiro also does not have a buyback. He bought Boots of Travel.
The good thing is, VGJ Storm don't really know those buybacks, so they may be a bit scared, because if Morphling or Kunkka dies, you could just lose the game, and I think that's something they may respect and be a little bit more cautious with this push. Yua's not even there, he's in the bottom lane. The rest of the team are going for this high ground. They want the T3 tower, they blink in on KP. No Jakiro means no Lotus Orb, but he gets caught by the Glimmer Cape. That keeps him alive a little bit longer. The Ghost Ship's still there as well. BKB about to come back up. The Warlock thinks about dropping the ultimate, thinks better of it. It's just a Lion kill. Good defensive play. These Glimmer Capes, these Lotus Orbs keep on saving people from this Brood. As they will look to get the hell out of here without
Kunkka X-Mark himself. What?
I don't know about that one. What are they thinking, Lacoste? They tricep the fight. Snaking just gets blown to pieces. The Ethereal Blade from the Morphling trying to bail him out there. Not really doing enough. KP still charging forward, looking for some more. Doom gets scouted on the backlines here. He can't get anything off. He's silenced. He's muted. He's dead. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me.
That mistake. He literally put the X mark and TP'd back home while the rest of the team was falling back. Oof.
Sometimes you're just looking to make the game a bit more interesting.
This Nullifier is doing God's work.
Yeah.
I always talk about the deadliest combo in Dota. Bloodthorn or just Orchid plus a Nullifier. You can literally do nothing.
There's one item, man. The Aeon. So you gotta buy it. I think it's actually the item for Doom to get. He's got a Lotus Orb queued up, but if he gets nullified and silenced, he can't use his Lotus Orb. This is purely to help his teammates. I guess he's hoping if he gets nullified, Jakiro saves him and he'll save the Jakiro. So it's like, play buddy-buddy system and one of you can save the other. But even that, I feel like the Aeon Disc is just so much easier to execute. Guaranteed survivability. You can guarantee that you get your Doom off.
I mean, he can just save himself. If he has Aeon Disc and he goes with Orchid on him, then Aeon Disc will proc anyways, and then gonna nullify him. Never mind, then you can't use your items.
That's true. Doom and top, and MSS being found. Well, return fire coming up from the Kunkka here. This Doom, but it's going to be enough damage. Doesn't look like it's going to bring Nature's Prophet low enough, and that's a big cooldown committed by the Doom.
that's not the target you want. Especially if he has a buyback. That's a nature's product. He can just buy back and TP immediately where he wants to be.
Didn't seem like the best way to start the fight. A double damage rune. Who's going to get it? It's Brood jumping and ignoring the DD rune. He jumps on the Jakiro with the Glimmer Cape. Again, these defensive items bailing people out. Instead, it's going to be Yua's Morphling picking up the DD. Okay, they get back to safety. Man, you know this...
Still 3 minutes on both Morphling and Changsha.
Yeah, it feels like Newbie aren't taking advantage of this. They are kind of grouped up like they want to smoke, but that wasting that Doom makes it a lot harder to smoke because you're playing without Doom.
And this Dual Scepter. She uses silence on you, and then you immediately put yourself in the air.
Yes.
And then Eon Disc procs, and then he's gonna nullify you, which I don't know. At least you're not gonna have silence on you.
Yeah, you can use your Doom though.
Yes.
Like if you die, but you get your Doom off, you're okay with this.
Yes.
And that's kind of what happened mid when the Lotus Orb saved him and allowed him to Doom the Brood. So, but we'll see. The Lotus Orb, you know, he can help out a teammate. We've seen when newbies stick together, the Glimmers and Lotus Orbs do save each other against the Brood. I think SVG's got the right idea. He's playing Warlock though. He's got the Aeon Disc. He knows what's up. Oh, top lane. Ice Path catches Kunkka in the trees. He's got a gem that he is going to lose. It's a big map control item. He's had a bad game. Snaking.
Yes.
He's the guy that I would say, when he's playing well, he puts his team on his back sometimes. He is a fantastic player. One of the best offlaners out there, but you know, he has these moments where he just does some questionable stuff too.
I mean, it's not hard to control a player. When he does that, you just say go back. Like, at this point, you're farming creeps, you can right-click and watch the other side of the map, what's happening. Like, if someone tells you back from your mate, you pretty much immediately go back.
This was a very fast Roche respawn. Almost the shortest possible. And Newbie already in there. Aegis and Cheese gonna be going their way.
And Pressure Shark, who's gonna
get Prophet, I guess? Yeah.
Prophet, of course, yes. Hero with Thor, he's pretty jack. That has GTM talent with 15 talent, 300 extra attack range. So he can be in the back, just attacking, spitting on them.
Can they get Yuan? He gets the Doom off. He's beat BKB here, but that BKB is going to wear off, and I think there's more kind of accepts his fate. Alright, say that. Can he get out of this one? Lincoln's coming back up. Blocks the finger of death. He's going to break it. Faith is getting low here. The Glimmer Cape will keep him alive a little bit longer here, but Faith is brought down. Drops the gen here. They do end up killing the Morphling here as the Aeon Disc will keep SVG alive, and he will inevitably die following that.
Lycan has a nullifier and has a necro book just to purge the Aeon Disc. So Aeon Disc on the side of VJ is not the greatest idea.
It's one of those items that, you know, it's a short enough duration, it doesn't feel like you have to purge it off, but when you can, it's like that item is like, what's it doing? Yeah. You're not going to get much of a chance to do anything if you can purge it off right away. Well, that...
They have 2 exorcisms already.
And there's no Warlock ultimate. There's no Morphling buyback still. He is down for 30 more seconds without buyback. They may just get the second lane of racks, possibly even go for the Mega Creeps here. Buyback from
SVG. No rock.
Just trying to scare him back as Lycan goes in bottom. They're going for the full Megas here. It's being popped as Lycan goes in bot. Death Prophet goes for the mid. Morphling, his buyback coming up soon. 3 seconds. Will he have to use this one? I believe he might if they want to save the racks here. They initiated mid. The Yule Scepters dodge the Ghost Ship. Now the Morphling going to buy back. KP blinks forward. He's going to refresh. He's got another BKB as well as another Exorcism, and they've already lost the bottom racks here as Newbie. They just look to back off. They've lost the Jakiro Aegis. Kunkka being brought very low, and here comes the second Exorcism. KP's ready for round number 2. He blinks forward, doesn't actually latch on anyone with the Spirit Siphon. Instead, it's Kaka on the Nature's Prophet, getting him low with the Infernal Blade. That's enough to bring him down. He does have a buyback, which he'll use immediately. The Mute being bounced back to the Brood, although it looks like he blocked it with the Lincoln Sphere. Instead, they're just going to focus the buildings. They get Mega Creeps here, and with that, Looks like Newbie should have done enough damage to take game number 2. Should they get this Morphling? It surely is game over, and Morphling dead without buyback. KP in the front lines, his second Exorcism with his refresher charge, proving to be a bit too much for BGJ to deal with. Jakiro just constantly throwing these spells out. Level 25 has that extra Ice Path duration, the constant nukes from him, the Octarine Core as well. It's Kunkka caught in the front lines, brought down. Perhaps the last hurrah from BGJ Stormers. There is just nothing they can do to turn this game around. SVG gets a kill in the Faith, but this is surely it. There's the A of this once again. Resolution as the BKB. He wants to try and fight, but I don't think he's got much left in him. The BKB wears off. It was a 5-second BKB. And with that, he's down, and BGJ will leave this series with a 1-1 draw.
They had a pretty good early game. Broodmother dominated all the lanes. She was unstoppable at one point, but same goes for Lycan, same goes for TA. After one point, the hero just falls off. It's not that strong.
Bounty!
Which means Matthew can now grab both of these bounty runes, so we will trade back.
Saying, guess who's there? It is Matthew on the bounty hunter. I was watching that bottom lane action while you're
Dire's bottom
top
tower
one.
is under attack.
Not expect the bounty hunter to be there, but both those bounty runes and bounty hunter. He's almost born out. He couldn't find ourselves on OG, but
Gold from my chest.
it's gonna be enough for the kill on PL. It will help kill Vayne though.
Yeah, they can just it correctly suits the lane. Right? You need that voodoo just to try and counteract the brain sap, and then now he can go back to the Maldic just to secure kills every single time. But it is painful to lose that scaling now that it's like, you know, you really want that second and third point. It's the level 1 Maldic, which is the one that really hurts, and he's going to be kind of plunked on it for a bit.
Bounty hunter's down here.
Regeneration.
He was being pinged out, but I think he was seen by Clockwork, and actually that's another second. Seb, and that's S4, excuse me, on the Dragonite. He is pushing with the Ancient Dragon form. Doom. It's gonna hug the trees. Clockwork just runs in, and looks like they might have been thinking about a dive. Papita's here though. As the ball lightning, of course. Matthew's giving the information.
He's baiting a little bit here, yeah.
Go for him. Oh, Doom supply, they're going in. Dragonite. There's the target. Jarek throws out the cogs. Don't think it's gonna be enough though. Easy kill on DK in the end. And now they want Jirax, of course, and with no more cogs. Very likely dead as well. Oh, nice job with the one stick, I guess, but double kill for Pepita. And he'll just TP back to Vayne. Hopefully.
Yeah, they basically killed himself there. Cars trying to save the course, but just slowed his own escape enough that he ends up going down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I love this stop from Afghan. He just is not caring about Kirk at all. Not his concern. He's got 2 points in Kirk, and he's just into it, trying to make himself here in the lane stage, get us straight off to the start, which he obviously done quite successfully. He's got a whole lead. Actually, he just picked up more gold. Rather, the Ember Spears picked up a little bit more, 500 or 600 gold above.
Speaking of Ember, Seb is looking to go right into the boss team. Travel. Storm. Oh, he flew over trying to get the rune. Good play by Fly, though. He's no trouble, he sure is. They know Fly's not there now, so they're going to overcommit and make sure to get the kill. Bottom lane, though. Doom will go down. Looks like Clockwork there to assist, but DK doing most of the work. Back to the, where was it? Top lane. All right, bouncing back and
He said, shot a ramp for the TP and the Seb.
Radiant's bottom
They're
tower
ping like
is
crazy,
under
like, just TP it, get it. And he did.
sitting on top of Fly this whole time.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looked like it.
Radiant's
that
bottom
courier.
tower is under attack.
Oh boy.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
team
tower
was
is
too
under
close. He is gonna get the kill. Pizza. On a witch doctor, but now bounty hunter.
No distraction.
Good. Survived. He's almost 5.5, so this track is gonna get here pretty quickly. Bounty Hunter.
Radiant's middle tower
Great news
is
for
under
Infamous,
attack.
especially with a hero like a Storm Spear. Right? He's going to be looking to be very
Radiant
active, and
structures
he already
are
is,
fortified.
as he's 3-1. This could accelerate crazy.
Yeah. For Bane, right? Tell. Real dream. Luckily, Matthew's still gonna need unless he just ends up soaking mid here. Top lane.
Running away. The Doppelganger still going to try to finish. Yeah, good job. Rush into the Doppelganger over the ledge. Great patience there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he knew they didn't have vision. Would have thought that he already hopped down. So just waited on that and then went for it after. Oh, flare.
I had to scare PL a little bit. He's like, oh, what level is that rocket flare? Level 1.
And he's got a HP against the bottom.
Still on DK. You're just going to use the Doom, not going to take any risk. Storm Spirit. Gonna get the last hit. Yep, Papita takes it. Well, so Bounty Hunter once again control these bounty runes.
Stupendous.
Bottled up by Storm Spirit. Clockwork finding Invis rune. I think he had one earlier. Brienne's going.
You
Duncan, he's in trouble. I mean, he's a warrior in the middle. They're just gonna send out the ship though, and that'll mean they can't commit them. Just
I'm gonna say they'll just use these as the kill accept. Try and get some levels.
they're going for, and Bell's doing his. He doesn't have nearly enough men. Couldn't mango brain sap. Hey. Oh, fuck. He's trying, man.
Back up to the fire. That will save me. That's very hard to do. Clockwork. Oh, big crap though.
Level 2 Maledict now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yep, clean that up. Top lane though, they're mass TPing in. Matthew's already here, he flies the track. This could be the first track kill of the game. And they get a second one. Zeb, Remnant, 8 seconds before it's back up. Storm, he is going to commit somewhat. Does not have Vortex though. So they're not, definitely not going to dispel. In fact, now turn for OG. Torrent's coming out. Ship just getting off cooldown. Bane will fall. Matthew, he's going to be brought back in. Bounty Hunter. Walk off. No. Ryuken's not going to matter. Old Stinger now, he gets in here late, but simply a frontal blitz and walk away. So they're hoping for multiple track kills. Unfortunately, they end up losing 2 heroes. So.
Is under attack.
Oof. Not only was it greedy to go for the dive, but yeah, that pressure bottom from S4 with the catapult is really hurting. He better loses here too.
Like it. Do they have fortification? No.
Dire's middle tower is under
He's
attack.
That is such a classy dive top.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Great job by S4 though. Definitely making the best of that. Back to the top lane. They also lose Doom. It's falling apart.
Everything looks like kind of good for them, and it's just like these decisions that, like, then Doom just stays around. So he's like, oh, they must have rushed it out. Like, why would they still be out there? Which is understandable, but at the same time, there's like nothing going right for them. At least Papita's doing a little bit of what he did, but no tell likely to this tower up top, and we're gonna have the bot Ember all around the map now.
Well, and that's the fun thing about seeing the Ember Spirit back in the meta is that we just see so many diverse builds, from bots first to Veil first to the Battle Fury. We've definitely seen it all just in these couple of days. And he's gonna go bots Radiance right now. Something else.
Didn't work. But I mean, with the Battle instead.
I was gonna say,
it's kind of fun.
What's the logic? Like, why Radiance over Battle Fury?
It reduces a lot of damage of people. Just like they can't solve the illusion, so they're like he made those every single time well, and obviously just farms very quickly. And yeah, so it goes. You have and you're not dodging any damage. You're doing any damage.
Courier?
Yeah, I guess, but playing.
Big fight breaking it down here. Matthew was hunted for a kill, but unfortunately his teammates get found first. And no-till, it's the Tidebringer for a double kill. Storm Spirit middle lane. Steps coming in. Siri James gonna lock him down. Fire Women on top, they blow him up initially, the lockdown is enough, and Pepito, that's a 5 kill streak stopper, so just as you had mentioned, I mean, Infamous, they're so close to being in a decent spot, and it's just the slight moves here and there going the way of OG to their credit, and that lead's going to start growing now.
See Matt released the career for that.
Did he? Okay.
Trap. Set up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bar.
They go. Oh no, it's going top.
I was wondering about Roshan, they still have the dragon for a minute.
I think because of it. Maybe.
That too, yeah. Been pretty up.
Yeah, the approach is really bad. The right reason not to do it.
Jerax, he's probably dead, and S-Fly can do something about it. The Rid Restoration, going for the turn kill if anything. Bottle charges from Pizza using that ball lighting, and actually he gets the double kill out of it. For Infamous, so positive once again for them. A couple of finds in top lane. Want more out of this. Them's hiding in the trees though. Standing deep in the
fight for hotel and wants to come down. I'm thinking it's really getting hit by the full combo.
But now I can keep. Yeah, Matthew's just sitting on top of Ember Spirit meanwhile. Furies.
Just following him up there. I'm his award. He's here.
See, that's not the case. Good job going uphill and using the Invis again.
And he sees the dust and sent there on fly, so he knows there's.
The cast starts to come out. They do get the 2-up on Ember. Spirit Track is put up, but he's going to pop the Shrine. Fiend's Grip was used on Witch Doctor, but it's just Bane right now, and with more TP support, it's going to start falling apart for Infamous again. Doom, he's just running, hoping that he can TP out. The hookshot missed, and he will be successful, actually. So, I guess it doesn't really go that awful for Infamous. You know, they don't lose anybody in the end, but they're going to get the targets that they're hoping for.
There wasn't a good opportunity for this to do much. A timely hood delivery here. Full round stinger.
Doesn't matter. Step gets the kill. Ooh, remnants away. I mean, I got the hood, but not enough mitigation. Stay alive. Well, Storm Spirit, he went the Kaya first. One of the few heroes that argue Kaya's decent on.
He walked. Yeah, I've often seen the Arab Mage supports quite a few of the things they have picked up. So yeah, it's not an opportunity here, but obviously quite a very good farm for him. Some relatively heavily on mana, muscle and round instead.
Yeah, that ball lightning timing. He could have X'd him back, but the hook shot can XJX says, I got your back, homie.
You said
no longer happen, so good fun on the Storm Spirit again. He's there for 40 seconds. Be out of the game currently. And they also caught PL. Kinda. Can they find the real one's the question. They'll just say, screw it, let's go for Doom. As he TP'd in. And that's going to be death for him. Doppelganger away from Phantom got pulled back in for the X though. Steps going forward. They're trying to kill the real PL. Unfortunately, they go for the illusion, but they still kill him in the end. It took forever. He tried his darndest to get away. Wasn't enough though. Now
he's getting away.
The urn. All the bottle charge. Tick the brain sap hits actually. That's a lot of gold going the way of Bane. 1,000 take up now, but probably didn't respond. That TP, Storm's coming back in. I don't know about this. I was gonna say there's still 4 heroes here.
Radiant's top tower is
A little risky. The Storm does continue to be on top of the net worth chart despite these couple of deaths, and detracts to maybe think for that as well. I also wanted to bring up Phantom Lancer. A couple of being gone on here. The hook shot unfortunately hit the illusion. Didn't stop him from doppelganger away, and Jerax is going to be turned. And now the team support is here in full for Infamous. They actually have numbers. They're also going to catch Witch Stock. So, a couple of kills going for Infamous, and again, still things down. Yeah, Peel's on the over his or battle here, perhaps.
Gets being as well, like
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
it's pretty likely to can't much. I mean, yeah, it's like low mana pull. Yes, burns mana very quickly. I'll do than most of the diesel, but he's probably like that, like and thing. Kind of.
He's being impatient again. He's in that spot of hoping that a courier flies by.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nope. Sitting in the base. Ember. Okay, Ember actually went the
Dire
Yellow
are scanning.
and now he's going back for it. And that defensive tool.
8 knots and
Definitely more of a reaction.
And it's off.
I just like it's
gold from my chest.
still to put that Zimmer Spirit agents all this thing that he's clean out of blood. I think that
Bounty's in that spot again. If plan the game, if they got to use their courier eventually.
Rock it on.
Double damage.
We'll see if there's some paid off. But Orchid, meanwhile, purchased by Storm, bought Lance. Down the other round. He dies. Does he make a play? Dude gets picked out, but holding on, no kill. And Jake came out, steps here. He probably though being gripped. He's in trouble. Doom bites back even for this, so they have enough ball game as they kill no stop here. There's a side of 50 getting around it out. He's gonna throw the Yule. Storm Spirit picked up in return though. And now Bane's also in trouble. When S4 got it, that's where it all changed. Doom is applied to the root, however. After has a couple illusions running after him. I don't think it's gonna be enough for the kill. Gunner out of the back lines from it as 4. I'm sure how the British Fire finishes him off, and they do kill him. Barely alive. No, he comes out in the last second. He's still alive. And a slight dig up an illusion, just in case measure.
Man, after that as well, just like need all of his last couple spells just to get off going. Escape that last attempt.
Again, the Orchid picked up going into that fight. At least he didn't have like a buzzstone that he did first build. Able to make a step in at least right there.
You can see that thing set is gonna be threat.
Now he has that and saves the relic. He has enough gold, of course. Fly. Goes down the death war, these illusions. Tanking it up. How the ship going through does catch the real PL. They'll take him out. He's dead for 45 more seconds. Found Enter also caught. Dust is used just in case. He has a 4 staff. It's not going to matter though. Matthew slows down too much. And Bane's going to be the same story. So 3 kills going away of OG. Double kill for S4. Let's transition into that tier 2 tower, which is most likely to play now.
Middle tower is under attack.
That S4 is built, by the way. Blink, Armlet, and he's going to Lotus on the
Yeah, no, another track. Just it's really well to the Bane and the dude with a incredible load.
Yeah.
The Orchid as well. Storm, that value.
This Storm, he got the Orchid, and I gotta say, it really is not paying off. Not that it was a bad call, but it's just really unfortunate with what it is.
Radiant structures are fortified.
To make plays with it.
Yeah. This measures too, like number 1 is the DK, he's stupid tanky. He went the Yule before the Orchid was even complete. Then Lady Kunkka to like be like zipping in and dusting and to make time finding these good moments. His Doom game, he has the Bounty Hunter. He's a deal for drum instead of maybe the Shadow Blade or an earlier Blink. So they're having a hard time accelerating Storm Spirit through these kills. So instead he's forced into these moments where he's like split pushing deep on side lanes, and the catch is quite fine on the Dire side.
Doom.
Is JR's gonna take a pop down? No, he can't find the Yules.
Speaking of that initiation, that Blink Dagger is now finished on Doom. Delivered. Matthew, they had a sentry here, so they saw him in the area. Big cue for OG to falling back. Clockwork going the Yules as well. Again, just many ways to get rid of this thing. And Phantom Lancer, he's busy trying to survive bottom. Hook shot randomly. He doesn't have it, but he has a Yule. And they catch the real PL. And they follow it up. Doppelganger will keep him alive for now. Still running.
Radiant's top tower is under
Another one in 4 more seconds. DK is coming in, though. There's a cast into a Dragon. No, Mute's actually up on Dragonite. With the Doom coming out, so it's once again going to save the PL for now. But with that Maledict ticking down and Remnants coming in, looks like he still will fall. And Stinger's also going to be brought back in. PL, is he actually alive? Oh, wow.
Dodging the Maledict ticks.
Very well played. Doom ends up going down, but yeah, thought for sure that was a kill play. Like you said, the Doppelganger to dodge. Staying alive for now, but no, Setup does finally find him. Yo, 420 gold, man.
That's a level 20 Ember Spirit, by the way. That's terrifying.
Who doesn't even have the radiance just yet. But he will have it now, Bird.
Dire's courier has been killed.
That's going to be a big concern. Ooh, go.
Get that Lincolns.
Tunka's Lincolns, yep. Wow, what was that? That was all the way up here.
Top lane. Cast continues, they just hook shot into Dragon Tail Sun.
Get out. Too much lockdown. I was gonna say, I mean, Storm needs to get a defensive tool next, but skins are a BKB, and he is going to BKB with
Bounty Hunter is really good in these kind of games when the catch on the enemy team is limited, because he can then just like follow around the most important hero for catching out your like one game saver, and then this one is the Storm Spirit, and like Bounty just like follows around, he puts really deep wards. But the problem in this game is that like no matter how much map he scouts, you have plenty of heroes that can create kill opportunities on the Storm Spirit. You know, it can be kicked off by a root, a hook shot, a Dragon Tail stun, or even just, you know, Dota showing up there with an X. So how do you play around all of these as Pepita and still leave your base? Is clearly a question he has not yet answered, because he keeps going down, but he will have the KB soon, so that's a pretty good one. Oh wow. Zips right into a torrent, but
almost got a little awkward there, but I also wonder in hindsight if Storm Spirit's kind of wishing he went to the Eels instead of the York. Both a bit mix of a defensive tool as well as a catch, of course, against this Tunka. X, he's doing now. Cell, by the way, is dead. Takes.
It was a mercy killing.
Made a ghost ship to it, but being killed. 20 more seconds. Remnant. Kill initially, but free with that Doppelganger. You can just see the OG's really just controlling the map, and Storm's doing his best to cut the creep wave, but now Jarek's back up here, hook shot. Oh my god, Jarek, he found the angle. He knew exactly where he zapped to.
back at the base, they also got an X and torn on the bounty hunter, but weren't quite able to finish him off there. Very close to down, but man, I can't believe I caught him again up there. That was painful.
Oh, Infamous, they're definitely being choked out now in their base constantly. PL's finding some room down. He's trying to go back to the defusal. It's just a high DPS item.
Yeah.
Honestly though, I'm thinking like, is Silver Edge that necessary? It's great against a DK, but I guess really not against it.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower.
Well, it's finally time to come high ground here, and this is one of the best parts of this like off-lane Dragonite, is that maybe he's a bit slower than his mid counterpart, but obviously not such this game for S4. He's had a pretty damn good time, but not many off-laners is going to offer you so much siege potential.
Yep, we brought back with the X. Coming in and out as saw Doom running in, going for a Doom perhaps. The X pulling into the ghost ship though. Doom gonna be comboed. Maledict's put up, Death Ward spamming into him, but Pita just gonna be a distraction of sorts. Doom's still alive because of the Yules. Remnant forward though, and that should secure it. However, Seb went too far. He got doomed out. The Beam Grip canceled immediately. Little Storm will fly, but it's not going to be nearly enough mitigation. He will fall. He's there for 80 seconds. So overcommitment coming out, and a chance for Infamous perhaps to make a play right here. Phantom Lance just kiting away. Keeping them distracted. They kill the tier 3. The melee Rax is managing to barely stay alive though at about 200 life. Phantom Lancer, however, he's caught up in the Clockwork Cox. X bringing him back. Dragon Tail stun, a couple of auto attacks, and they will finish off PL in the midst of the fight in favor of OG.
They can't dive that deep. Papita's not able to go. It's so tempting because like you need to win a fight at this point, but they like you have track. You have to wait for the better fight. Sadly, Papita was out of meta. He's way back in the well. He's like regenning up, and they're still diving them that deep. But maybe they can find an opportunity at this point. Just pushing her just a little bit. Matthew hoping to scout something to set up here, but Papita will burn half his mana pool to go top. So. Guess not.
Speaking of death, I mean though, again you saw Ember Spray that last fight. He was so juicy to finish off Doom right there that he went in forward and go for that big bounty. Careful, they do have ways to take advantage of the overextensions. Bounty. Oh, 15,000 net worth played, and there's the BKB on Storm Spirit. One of those items that could be a little bit of a game changer. Infamous. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, he actually had a hood queued up, right? 30 minutes.
Different times.
That would be
they have smoked up. Oh, look at this scouting. No tail.
Oh, Doom. Gets out initially. X though. Of course, moving off. Go ship. Connect though, of course. The easiest target to kill, but it will be a kill. Roshan is up, but we talked about that earlier. This is not the greatest Roshan killing team, bro. I think that's one thing that's helping Infamous right now, because as much map control that OG has, they can't really feel comfortable doing Roshan unless...
Yeah, maybe a little surprised that no one just opted for a medallion. They're just going a little bit greedier. It's just Jack trying to just survive here, but turning into a double.
I like how Jax gets a double kill right there in the end. It's so fitting because he's the one that made some pretty big plays. Then he gets a triple kill, and damn it, he wants some more. He doesn't have a hookshot for this, but Excel can simply hide in the trees. They find him though. Come on, get the quad kill. Okay, they're just gonna call it GG. It's one of those where you can just tell Infamous knows it's over. Ultra kill for Jax. He'll gladly spam team comes out in fun manner there, but OG does take game number 1, and again, Infamous fought strong early, but they could not accelerate despite the decent start from Bounty Hunter and tracks going up, but Storm just could not accelerate.
They played those lanes quite well. Like everything seemed good. It was just that post, like once they actually got track, it's
just going to back off on Tim's. I like that he's stalling this push bottom, just setting up for the rest of his team to control the Roche pit. He's definitely the best hero to do what he's doing because he can do it from such a long range with the ET Spirit. And he just stomped the creep wave, further slowing the push. Doesn't get the catapults, but that's okay. Bear was pushing top, and you can see TNC wants this Roche, but they are going to smoke to the bottom lane. Roche will spawn in about 45 seconds, but they don't know that. Ame is in front, full butterfly completed. That's why he went that Mask of Madness after the BKB. Will they find anything looking to initiate? Get the Bane caught out of position. Mischance up on the bear, but that burn damage is quite painful. Gets the 4-second chains, followed up by the Clockwork, who doesn't feel so powerful when it's just him without the Brewmaster. Brewmaster split outside of the fight, goes on to Sam H, who still has Roar. throws the bear up in the air, who has a double damage rune, and he probably will go down on Sam H to the Ember Spirit damage. He gets the stop, or nope, he dodges it with the Remnant, goes back in onto the ET, who force-steps himself away. No BKB on the Razor, gets Cog stunned, and looks like it's going pretty well for LGD, who will bring down Armel. Raven, not so scary, but he fears the Ember Spirit away, who gets fingered, but Cuckoo has thrown out all of his spells, and he's going to go down. And that is surprisingly a good fight for LGD, because TNC smoked in for that. The Brew still doesn't have his Radiance. That is actually going to be complete now. And FY, proving that his tankiness build, honestly, I felt like he soaked everything that fight. And everyone barely escaping with help on the LGD side.
What an interesting team fight.
I actually was trying to give up with it, and I didn't really. That was weird. A lot of stuff going on. No Beastmaster Roar used. Like, I on paper, I don't really see how LGD won it. But
they took that fight, like, Razor had gold for Shivas in that fight, or almost gold for Shivas, and they're fighting without it. The Brew, like, again, still closing in on Radiance. He finally finishes it, but, like, is that the item even anymore? He's level 18. It's 33 minutes in. Like, I really, like, both offlaners this game doing some very questionable things, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I've been told that as the game goes on, Radiance goes up in value. I think that's how it works, right?
Sure.
Okay. That's not how it works. But he does have the Radiance complete, so he's invested in this item. We'll have the BKB coming out next, something he most certainly needs. And, I mean, this Gyro's become quite scary. He actually goes back for another, he goes back and buys the Mask of Madness again. And he has the 50 movement speed talent. That AoE damage is quite significant between him and the Ember Spirit, who has the Daedalus. BKB almost about Mithril Hammer off.
And once again, Roche is up, so that's what the game's going to come down to. There's been some skirmishes, some team fights. Sometimes one team wins, sometimes the other. But at the end of the day, game's even. It's all going to come down to this next stage. It's weird. I see that Madness picked up a lot by these carries, but they never seem to split it. Like, Gyro naturally can be Butterfly Satanic, and he's just keeping the mask, no problem.
I think he feels pressured to deal a lot of damage at the beginning of the fight with, like, the immediate follow-up, the rest of his team going in. Because he will die pretty quickly if he gets, like, roared plus any amount of damage coming out from TNC. Let's see. They are looking to establish the high ground with the smoke, but TNC playing quite safe behind the tier 2 as well as hiding on the Razor. They're just going to walk to the Roach Pit on Ame. There's the Mask of Madness for damage, but Gyro not necessarily known for his single target Roche DPX. And TNC has the ET in order to scout it out. We'll see it, forcing LGD to back off. And this is the exciting stalemate we all know and love around the Roche Pit.
Thing is, they do have enough Blink Daggers on TNC. You got a near-beasted Razor, Shiva's BKB ready to rumble. Lands a Blink. Tease that Spirit Stomp. You can add Cav. You can always catch. You got a Beastmaster too with the Blink. Lone Druid's going to handle the bottom wave with his Bear. We'll see. Keep in mind, the Ember always has to play in and out. He does have the Daedalus, so he's quite bad, but at the same time, like, they actually get on top of him with a CC of some kind, and he will just die. He's still running around with pretty limited armor, 1600 HP.
He will have to be complete quite shortly, though. He could just sell one of his items. He has to drop something for it, and all of them are between the Treads, Aquila, and Juan. You can just sell any of them, and you'll have it. At that point, as long as he lets the rest of his team go in first, he can reliably follow it up with a BKB. It's not a reactionary BKB, it is a I go in with BKB so you cannot hex me and kill me instantly BKB. That's quite specific. But,
oh no.
I don't know. The BKB?
No, I like the BKB. So you're talking about different than the Lincolns.
I do not like the Lincolns on the gyrocopter. I don't think it really changes the way you can play the game. Oh, is it?
Yeah. I think it might just be for the Link. In that sense, I'm okay with it because they have no method. Well, it's like Roar and Link, right? But the only two here, the spells that can be used through the BKB on Ember this game, so arguably they're both very valuable to prevent.
I just don't love Lincolns against Lion because he can just like blink mana drain hex you almost instantly.
I agree with that. I think it's more for the coverage of BKB.
Yeah, once they run in with BKBs, but that still leaves them vulnerable to getting the fight started onto them, which I think is the way they're going to lose anyway. Last fight, like, they had no Lincolns, but the Beastmaster just got gone on by the Brewmaster, and there's nothing he can do about it, and he take it out of the fight. And I think that's how they're going to win fights, so I'm not sure how much I love these Lincolns, but They're the ones at the LAN, and I'm the one here with you.
Yep. I still haven't seen this against Brew really pay for itself yet. All it is right now is a game of waves. Just TNC trying to cut waves, maybe make things happen. The Bears bottom. LGD's just kind of hovering around each other, holding hands. Watching Ame farm.
Singing that campfire song.
Dire's top tower.
You think they're singing right now?
Attack.
Doubtful.
But LGD has established control of the mid lane. And this is basically looking for one team to either make something happen with the items that they get, or looking for one team to slip up. And they're looking to create pressure on the bottom lane from LGD such that they can force someone from TNC to deal with this. But that's the beauty of the Lone Druid Bears. Waves already cut, and nobody actually has to go there in order to deal with that. And they also have the Radiance Bear on the Radiant side, and then they have the Ember Spirit on the Dire side. So neither team really can get reliably dragged away from this Roche pit.
Yeah, I mean, is this? Yeah, it's only the second Roche, so this is not necessarily game deciding, but I feel like it's been 10 minutes, nothing's happened. It's still an even game, and it's still going to be this fight at Roche.
Yeah, neither team can do anything else.
Yeah,
than the Roche. So that's inevitably like no team strong enough to walk up and push a tower, which leads to this being the only objective on the map that actually matters. And both teams just, singing that campfire song that they are 100% singing and farming together. While one team pressures the opponent's safe lane, and the other team pressures the other opponent's safe lane. Would you talk about this being potential dead lane scenario here?
Pretty much. But both teams have easy methods of shoving out that lane with that much risk, so they just
that's why we've been here for the last about 5-10 minutes.
Yep. It's nice though. I mean, yeah, okay, here you go. This is what you're looking for. You get the good lane, so TNC, they just show up top. They're going to pressure hard for this tier 3. They're going to get it too. The Glyph already used super early, and look at that. LGD still in the mid lane.
Slow to react too.
You're going to threaten Rax here as well. Brew's going to go in. Gets feared away. The Raw on top. Is he in trouble? I think he is. The stop interrupted by the clock. Slave on the Brewmaster as well, but he gets hexed into Finger. He goes down. He's going to be forced to buy back. Grip onto the Razor through his BKB. He's in a lot of trouble, taking tons of damage from maybe his right clicks. He gets W'd. He is going to go down. They trade the buyback on Brew for the kill on Razor. The Earthquake coming through, but isn't going to do anything. In the meantime, mid lane, already Cuckoo shows up. Well played. I think Razor a little ambitious there. He died so quickly. That was unbelievable. I don't even know. I guess it was just the raw damage of the gyrocopter and the right click. So it's just some serious deeps. You got a Scotty coming up soon for the gyrocopter. That's going to be cool.
I think I like to pick up a lot more than the Lincolns that he already bought. So he will go for the Lincolns. Makes the fights easier, but I don't know if it necessarily drastically changes anything, as we've already talked. Ember has the level 25 talent, which is completely irrelevant. Buyback on the Razor, looking to contest this Roche. Both teams emphasizing the importance, force a buyback on one of the cores for the fight on the side of LGD, while Razor buys back to stop the Roche. And now back to square one. Miss Hook.
At least these teams play nice with each other, you know, lots of trading. You get my tier 3, I give you my carry. Oh, you want Roche? No, I'll trade you this buyback for it. Okay, nice. We won't Roche then till later. It's just a truce. Both teams just chill.
Yep, nice guys.
I do think that the game will favor LGD the longer it gets there. At a certain point, I think this Ember Gyro just do too much damage.
I mean, Lone Druid falls off like a rock, I feel like, just in general.
The speed of gravity is constant, though, so what would it be? Well, how is it fast? How is it worse to fall off like a rock instead of, say, a feather?
I wasn't there for physics. I was too busy macking on the ladies, so I don't know the answer to your question, is basically what I'm trying to say.
I see. Well, I'll try to answer my own questions.
Okay.
Notably, how will this game ever end?
I actually don't know.
And I honestly, I'm strongly considering just like power napping for the next 15 minutes, just so I have the energy.
Want me to poke you when something relevant happens?
Kind of.
Okay.
At the same time, you know, we're professionals here.
Speak for yourself.
The bird on top is getting Radiance burned, but it's still alive for now, so they do see the Roche.
Find the Clockwork, who's quite tanky, and he just doesn't care. They don't have enough damage to bring him down. He's going to hook in onto the Razor with that Axe Scepter, and whole lot of nothing once again. exciting, exhilarating stuff. He's going to get... Oh, nope, the rocket dies to the tower, but meanwhile, that is space created in order to take this Roche. Ame dealing a pretty good amount of damage on top of the Ember Spirit, who has the Blink Dagger on top of the BKB in order to commit to the fights, as we talked about earlier. I like that follow-up itemization. And ET is quite a good hero at stalling out this Roche, but it is down low. Health, they use the Bruce Split, goes in on top of the Razor, who hasn't activated his BKB just yet. Already below half health, gets the full duration, feeds grip, never mind, gets stunned up. Gonna try to disengage. All the BKBs popped off both sides. Razor, no buyback after this. We saw him use it. He's gonna go down. And so is Raven, most likely, who's cogged up by FY. Never mind, gets Force Staff, still gonna go down because of the damage from the Radiance on the Brewmaster. Or you could say the Daedalus crit that was from the Sleight of Fist.
I think it was a little bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Damage, lots of damage is the thing.
And ET is going to go down as well while they're taking Roche.
Yeah, maybe like unstoppable right now. I mean, this just feels like the tale of the tape, right? It's just TNC, they had a pretty big edge, I would say, both in the way they executed in the early game in the draft, but then it just didn't seem to go anywhere. And it's just been a lot of hanging out. Yeah, it's like summer camp or something.
But there were a lot of songs sang today.
That's true.
Yeah. And at this point, no buybacks on any of the heroes that are dead. And Ame, quite scary. They actually utilize the cheese on Brew just to continue pushing here. They actually are splitting bottom with the Beastmaster. Forced reactions, but I don't think they care.
Yep, Roar comes out, but there's only 2 heroes alive. And that was FY. Was he?
That's space.
I think he got 4 seconds in the base, but he's going to buy back. Because why not?
Finger and Roar are used, so now how do they kill these other heroes? The answer is they don't. Sometimes you have to answer your own questions. And that's a dead line. Utilizes the BKB in order to ensure that he gets that kill. Lion does have buyback, but that looks like Megas. And Chalice going in with that Radiance Aegis and the Eon Disc, so there's no way they burst him in heck. And he is now going to back off. Should probably split to make sure he gets it off, but he does have Aegis, I guess, so maybe he's just debating, and he gets it right before the stomp locks him down, and now they're forced to back off, and they're just going to take 2 lanes of Rax and a bottom shrine. Game looking pretty grim for TNC, and I'll admit that sometimes I'm wrong.
Sometimes TNC just can't win a second game.
Apparently that's a lot of the time is what you're saying.
I mean, it's every time.
And why do you think that is? Is there a certain thing about teams that make it so they struggle in certain situations like this?
Well, I mean, a lot of times after you get your first one, it's really hard to be able to just go for a second right away.
I feel you.
Maybe it's because it's like immediately after, right? Perhaps if they had like a little while to just kind of prepare themselves for that next sequence, that next go around, like they could be in a better position to
I think what you're trying to say is certain people have longer reset times.
Exactly.
And in Dota.
They prep well for these game 1s, right? I feel like their draft in that game, it's like unconventional, but it's obviously their comfort, and they play it super well.
Catch their opponent off guard.
Yeah, and I just don't see them as a Lone Druid team. Like, their draft is good, right? But Lone Druid, Razor are not nearly the same playstyle as like a DK Lycan. They kind of do the same stuff, but it's just it's much more difficult to play this sort of style, I think. It's literally, I mean, I don't know what I'm saying. It's like the heroes are just, they aren't cut and dry, right? You can't just outplay people. You need to go these item builds and hit certain timings and like maybe force hard at a certain point.
Yep.
And just didn't feel like they were comfortable with doing it with that.
And they do smoke up looking for that kind of Hail Mary play that we always see on these teams in this situation. Somehow they're only down by 6k gold, but feels like a lot more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Rax got nerfed, but I felt like with all the kills and objectives, I guess they actually fed away some heroes on LGD with the dieback on Clock, but at the end of the day, don't have rapid wave clear on the side of TNC, so these 2 lanes of Rax will offer a lot of map control to these heroes like Ember, who has the double Daedalus. Quite scary.
Yeah, in the meantime, we're just gonna hang out,
kick it with your boy BSJ as we slowly watch the inevitable defeat of TNC.
And is it even inevitable? Only a 4k disadvantage.
You're right. You're right.
You have the Aegis Zone Brew, though. I think he has Arcane Rune. Yeah, you're just going to make this play. He's going to break in, pop the split, try and find, I think, ET, most importantly.
Yeah, ET's the main counter initiation from TNC, so he's just going to disrupt the fight with his Brew Split. Actually just going to hit the tower with that bonus damage, the demolish ability on that Earth Panda. Nami's actually just going to sit in the back, not even committing. Half the damage of the health of this bear already done. Hook into the Razor, who gets forced step out, but meanwhile the Rax is going down. They have to do something on the side of TNC, or they're just going to lose their buildings. They commit to the spine, roar onto the gyro, linked up as well, stoking a lot of damage, and he's actually getting a Fiend's Grip off on Bane when he had no health left. Buys back on the gyro. Armel utilizing that heart to tank through all this damage, but it is not going to be enough, I don't think, and he is going to go down inevitably. That is a buyback on Ember. This is play and win, baby.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yep.
And I love that the fight's going as long as it is. That's why, in this case, it's fine for Challenge to just use that ult early, start zoning, because the Ember just spams that slight, and he has double Daedalus. Like, whenever he gets, like, even a bit of a crit, like, that hero has to back. He's doing so much damage. They finish up the Mega Creep, and I do believe we might have the GG come out soon.
Not too soon, though, because this has been quite exhilarating last 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, it was real exciting. Loved it. Loved every moment of it.
I've been at the edge of my seat.
I almost want to ask, like, obviously the Twitch chat won't see this for a few minutes. Am I bored just because I've been watching so much Dota recently, or is that game just like